Now imagine carving out a bustling medieval town high up in the mountains, where survival meets ingenuity. But here's the twist. Your greatest challenge isn't just the cold. It's the balance between ambition and nature. Where would you place your town? Too high and the terrain is too rough. Too low and the raiders could strike at any point. Every choice matters. Now, picture this. A market square buzzes with trade, and a flourishing atmosphere overpowers your senses. Winter is crisp, yet bitter, with an essence of beauty at every turn. Stay with me as I uncover the secrets of building not just a town, but a thriving community in one of the most unforgiving places on Earth. Will my vision stand the test of time? Let's begin. This one, now I'm looking at it, must be much easier for getting things done. We'll do the basics then, get them in as always. I am going to go ahead straight away with the... I'm actually going to do some roads first. Just seen there's a river down there too. This is cool, man. Okay, very, very nice. I'm going to do something a tiny bit different actually this time, and I'm going to draw out the first little bit of a marketplace. Now, we've started over here, but I think the middle of the town, let's see how hilly it is. I should be able to build on all of this here, so we're going to come this way. So we've got the fishery, kind of cool around here. Oh, you can map around the river too. Very nice. Let's go like that then. And then we'll have the marketplace in here. And we'll have rows of 2 through there. And then I will go ahead and we will get the road around like so. So really basic marketplace there. Got the woodcutters camp that's going to go, to be fair, over here. I think we just keep wood over... Wait, hold on. We have industry here. Let's go here then. Snap it back there. That's fine. We'll have that as the highest priority. I'm going through the build order that I normally do, so this is going to be a good basic starter for you guys as well. So, very high on the logging camp first. Then we're going to have a storehouse and a granary. And we are going to keep these over here. I'm going to go storehouse and then granary in this side. We'll have the granary on very high. We'll have the storehouse on high. We'll go with the meat camp over here, nice and close. That one we'll keep on medium. And we'll hit play. And so it begins. I want to say welcome yourselves in, guys. Please do hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you aren't already as well. It's a massive help. We've got so much Manor Lords on this channel. I think I'm about 120 hours in of playing Manor Lords now, so there's quite a bit there. We've had some beautiful designs come out of the game as well. I'm excited to see all the fixes for the patch, so we should be able to run a pretty cool settlement. And after this one, I will be running some different scenarios. Look how gorgeous these rocks are, though. Sorry, getting sidetracked. That looks incredible. Look at that as we... Oh, man, that looks so good. But yeah, we will be running both a challenging run after this one, probably on this map too, and the last achievement for beating the Baron, or the other guy, with just mercenary units. So that's the plan. You know what? I'm also going to go ahead and get the fisherman's hut in. And I think I'm going to put it over here. The reason I'm going to do that is the travel time to this. So that should be pretty good. And we'll get that fishing as well. So it shouldn't take them long to get this built. And what I'll do is assign 3 straight to this just to get in a few logs, because we've actually got none left now. And I'll go ahead and get a second hitching post. Probably get the hitching post just here for now. You know what? I'm going to put that very high as well. And the reason I'll do that is getting the second one in is very important. And the building should be done in a moment of the logging camp. Let's go ahead. 3 in there. And I'm not going to set an area yet. There we go. Oxen should go to this one now, and we'll get this one done. So what? I think it's 1 log just needs to get in there. Not even that, actually. Just needs building. Come on. There we go. We can order our second oxen in, and then we're good. So as those logs come in, then we'll be able to then move on to firewood pretty quickly and get the houses in. I just want these to finish, so I'll assign 1 in there to get the food in. And then I'll take the logging camp down to 2. And then it's going to be time to spam in all of this. Wow, there's a lot of water here. And this has been changed now. So the upgraded well is now capable of 50, which is pretty cool. So I think we get the first one. I'm going to probably reserve 2 for over here. But what I'll do is pause one of them. And I'll probably get that one as medium as well. We'll leave that one. And then it's going to be time for the houses and food. So let's go for highest on the storehouse. I'm just readjusting these to get them in quicker. Let's go high for the hunting camp. Medium for the fishing hut. And then, well, we'll probably have... Let's change this. Highest. Very high. High. That should be good. And we'll let those zoom through. And I'll go ahead and get in the first few houses. Now, housing area. Ooh. Let's see what I can do with some roads here. We'll just let it play nice and slowly. I might come from the central point. Or we keep it enough to go this way. That should be enough to get some decent houses here. I'm not a massive fan of dead straight roads, so... But it is what it is. And it just means I can cut them off for marketplaces and stuff here if needed. So we got that little extra. I might even be able to fit another building over there. But we'll start with the first lot. Probably over here. And honestly, I'm going to probably get the veg as I always do, but I'm not sure how else I want to play it yet. I think it's probably best we do have a look at this one. Okay, so which one's the farming land? The one they have. It's the only good farming one. Okay. No problem. Is there raiders on this one? Bandits? There is. There's a bandit camp over there as well, so we want to try and take that one out nice and early. I'm going to come over here, and I am going to dedicate a double... plot to farming, and that's going to be one of the first houses that goes in. And then we'll get in... Honestly, the eggs work out pretty well, but I think we'll go veg. I'm thinking apiaries, and we'll go with the single plots like before to get us started. We'll just assign one to the storehouse to get those last lot of goods in. We'll zoom it forward. Now, you're probably thinking, why the hell did I build this house so far away? It won't be too bad. By the time, I think what I'll do is, if I connect this up, yes, I don't build, if you haven't been here before, I don't build for optimum efficiency, by the way. That's just not how I play. I build pretty damn efficient, but not for perfection, if that makes sense. We are going for something that's going to be a little bit better. And I'm thinking of the future. The reason I did this one first over here is so it gets built first out of the houses and I can get the carrots going. We have our marketplaces up ready, which is great. But actually, what we want to do is pause up. Now, the food should be in. Let's check all 16. So once all of the food pieces are in here, I can pause this one and we can flip to something else. The hunter's camp is done. So let's go down to 1 in the logging camp and we're going to start hunting. And we have a double plot here, which is actually pretty good. And the well has finished. I've got plenty of timber in now, which has been transferred. So I should be pretty good to go ahead and get these guys in. Now, if I leave that spot up there for the tavern by the pond, I think that'll look pretty nice. And then I go with a couple of angular houses this way. I'm actually going to pre-build from this end. See if I can get 2 there. That's perfect. And yeah, we're well in for a great bit of market stuff on this one. With the iron consumption and that, we could build an army a lot quicker. Honestly, I want to see how quick I can take them out by building a full army as well. It's going to be interesting. This hill here is incredible. That way you do the final fight on here would be pretty epic. As always, though, the optimum things, if you want to tell me some really good optimized builds that you're aware of and want to discuss as well, please do it. I will encourage you to join my Discord if you like all things medieval history kind of builders, where I'm hoping to build more out on that one as we go further into this year and get a good audience where we can discuss and kind of optimize our builds for beauty and efficiency, you know? So if that's your sort of thing, if you like chatting rubbish, do check it out. All right. So the main thing is then we're going to try and get this one up. Obviously, we've gone through the first month, so not as quick as I'd like, but we didn't keep it nice and close, so it shouldn't be a problem. Once they've got the houses built, we'll be happy days. I want to get the priority up on that big plot there. And I could just sacrifice it and get some eggs in, actually, for the early one. You'll probably be thinking, why are you doing eggs? Oh, you need the planks, actually, anyway. So we'll stick to vegetables. Okay. industry-related buildings then. Let's get a firewood and thingy in here. So we've got saw pit, firewood. I actually think I want the saw pit early because we've got enough firewood anyway. Got 15 months according to this. So let's go saw pit afterwards. And we've got the meat in the granary. So I'm going to go ahead and pause these two now as they're full of everything we need. We have the leather ready for the shoes as well, so I could build that one. And I think as we keep the 3 families here away, I can go ahead and make sure. I'm going to keep collecting the meat though. There we go. That one's done. So straight away then we'll go carrots and we'll double plot that one. But I'll probably just turn the priority down now so they go ahead and build the other houses. So let's make sure this one, I'm being a bit micromanagey with it because I've got a bit of an order I want to get these done in. I want those done before they finish these. All right, let's go ahead and unpause the granary and the storehouse now. And that should then give us the bump on these. They should go ahead and sort this out for me as they move the fuel across. So that should be fine. What I need is a big overstock on these. So we're going to say 4 overstock. And there's the level up already. So 5 houses in. I'll just pause it up a second. We're going to have veg in for early next year, which is great. We've got meat, we got the bread, and we'll have fish, so variety should be good. We've got enough room for the next family to come in now. So the main thing now is to focus up on these. So what I can do is, food-wise, we've got 28 meat. Let's go ahead and pause the hunter's camp. There is a lot in there. And let's go ahead and get in some planks. So I'm going to set a reserve of timber, so don't do planks unless there's that many. And to start with, I'm actually going to do 20, which will give us enough for the church eventually as well. And it wants us to form the militia, so we can go ahead and do that as well because we got the spears in. So I should be able to go and take out the bandit camp for some cash really shortly. And it's pretty beautiful as we start out the magnificent settlement. I would go as far as to say this is much prettier than the river map. That mountains in the background just looks incredible, man. Okay, with what we have then, we've got quite a few good options. And honestly, I think, what have we got? 6 points usually, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or we go this route. Or this route. Oh, man. So, the fish, the meat. Meat's a bit of a problem. I feel like we could go 1, 2. Not do the double meat because it's 40 should be okay anyway. So if I go apiaries, then this one. And I might get the trade one first anyway. Because I'm not going to be able to establish apiaries until we've got a few more families. And I'm not going to be doing... The fish should be fine whilst we're smaller. So we want to be opening up the trade routes, right? So we're going to go for trading. Because we want to sell and make as much money as we can. And then once the woodcutter's lodge is finished, I am going to go ahead into the industry and we are going to start our tannery. Now, tannery, I am going to put over here once we got the planks. So we just got to wait for a few. It shouldn't take long. All right, plenty of planks in, so let's go ahead and get the tannery. Yeah, that should be fine just there. What have we got? Let's go woodcutter's lodge highest. Let's get the tannery on very high, then the fisherman's hut on high. So we'll make sure that gets finished. I can flip between the two to make sure there's some good food then as well. And we definitely want to get the fish early. Now that I think about it, yeah, because it's 2 points to get the double wild animals, but only 1 to get the fish doubled. So if that was a crown, that would have been even better, but should be fine. Especially if we go into apiaries. It's tempting just to skip these completely on the points. And I know that I have them, so I should utilize them. But apples and apiaries just too strong. So I might still go that route anyway. What did the bandits just steal? Ah, they stole my tools. We have 4, so it's enough to do a little bit. But we are going to have to deal with those soon. And there it is. It is done. We have 20 planks. So the option is we can either get the church in or we start building something else. I think what I'll do, though, is pause it anyway. We have a tiny bit of fuel we want to grab. So I'll just get them to get just a little bit in. And what I'll do with the logging camp is I'll go advanced and just make sure they're cutting down over here only. I don't want them touching the other side. That works just fine. Okay, tannery's done, so we're just going to knock up a few bits of leather. We're going to get those in the houses, so we should have the happiness up. It's over 51 already. I'm a bit delayed on it. I don't typically rush it, but it's fine. And then once we've got a bit more fuel in, which we're coming in already, I'm going to go ahead and pause this one, which I can probably do now, actually. Yeah, it's 5. Let's go ahead and unpause the saw pit once again. And fisherman is in now as well. So if we want to utilize a bit of a jump between those, let's just check how much. Right, 13 leather. There is no need for this tannery to be on anymore. Let's go ahead and get the fishery in just to utilize a bit of that now. And then as soon as we get another family, we can get the varieties going. So we are done past the worst. Now, it's obviously been 3 months, but that's okay. I know you can do it a lot quicker. And I'd have to build a lot closer to do it a lot quicker. You just build right around here, but I don't want to have to move later, so... We got plenty of planks and timber at the moment to get that sorted. I'm just going up to the 20, so I will get the church down as soon as I can. Honestly, I'm tempted to grab a chicken coop already. But we've got a new family in now, so I can just... It doesn't matter, I can stick to the meat now. I only want the one free family at the moment, just so I can keep that food variety going. And honestly, I think I'm going to get into the iron very early. And you'll probably be thinking, why won't I take the deep iron? Now, 3,900 is more than enough to last us, I'd say about 20 years. So this is still not viable, in my opinion. Now, people will argue with me, yes. You're right if you play a really long game, but honestly, 20 years after that is what you're still playing for kind of thing. So for me, it's still not that valid. Charcoal on the other side is really good though. But yeah, we will still go down this way. It just makes sense to me. And the more I think about it, I don't even think I want the advanced fishing. And this will cost too much to get to it. It's easier just to go straight into orchards, isn't it? I don't know. Should we grab some chickens or do we save the money? I feel like we grab some chickens, to be honest. I'm trying to think what else we want to get. The resources are going to keep getting stolen from the bandits, though. I tried the meat and sausages. It's just quite annoying to get set up. There we go. We've got our planks, so let's go ahead and get the church. So I think I want the tavern up here. Why have I... Ah, I've run out of one log. Let's go ahead and pause the saw pit a second then. Logs are coming in anyway. I do have one in there. I'll just wait for this log to come in. But I'm thinking the ale house... Honestly, where do I want this, actually? So if we go... Sorry, ale house up here, then maybe church. It does look nice there. Off the marketplace into the church. That will look good. So let's go there. And we'll slowly get that one built in. I like having that one early on anyway. I think it is pretty useful. But overall, we're very happy and everything is looking good. So I'll continue to try and grow this out. I'm just thinking what else we want to do. I think I need to deal with multiple bandit camps, which is great money. Guys, I just realized what I did. I put bloody tavern in because I was talking about it. I am an idiot, man. It's meant to be this. Let's pick a new spot for the church. Damn it. I could still use that as the tavern, actually. That would be pretty cool. No, tavern with a pond behind it's much nicer. That's really annoying, though. Right, we're fine. Enough back for the church. I was thinking, why could I place it again? Look, I got excited, all right? I have put a couple more houses in, by the way, as well, which I need to come in first. So I'll make sure they are of our highest priority. Because we can't get anyone in until we do that. We have a whole lot of fish now, and they go bad pretty quickly. So we're going to turn that one off, and I'm just going to ramp up. Just stockpiling a bit of everything over here, so we're all good. How's the firewood? Let's go ahead and unpause that one. And just kind of jig things around. We should be fine. Houses in, though, anyway. So as I've been playing, I've been keeping an eye on the mercenaries coming in, and they do change every month early on. So you could keep buying them quite easily and win the game pretty quickly. So you'd have to have enough, obviously, into the next month to be able to afford them. So you'd need to get the money, take out these really quickly. So in this instant, we have 2. So you'd have enough to hire the rest and then go fight him straight away. You could probably do that. So that's probably how I'll try it. I don't know. I kind of want to do it on video so you guys can see if I fail as well. So you can see what it's all about. But anyway, we got the families in. Let's make sure that we're ready. So I'm going to double that one in any instance, just good for that one. And we're going to go into a marketplace to make a little bit of cash up next. So trading post, excuse me, is going to need to be, if I look, connectivity, anywhere along here. We want it to be able to stock pretty quickly from our stores as well. So I'm going to go here. And now we have 14. I should be able to go take these out pretty quickly. Only downside is we probably need to get up on this hill. So I'm going to try my best to get up there. I'll go and wipe out both if I can. Should be fine, though. Oh, they're climbing. Let's come back. Come back, come back, come back. We'll need to obviously get a thingy, but I want the advantage here. And so begins the first fight. They are ready as those raiders come in. Mountains in the background. Are you ready, boys? Here they come. Come on, run in. The clash of steel, baby. Now, what we want to do is make sure we go back to balanced afterwards. I'm not going to push forward just yet because we've got the better effectiveness. As soon as we kill a couple, because they'll surround us. I've done this before. And if you've got the lesser numbers and you push forward too early when they've got the higher ground, they surround you and kill you, even if they're weak units. So we'll wait until they get to kind of equal numbers. And there it is. Now we push forward. And we should... Oh, we lost one. That's not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that just fine. And we'll sprint these guys as quick as we can to go and nab this. I don't know if I want to fight with 13 for the next one. I don't know. But we do want the cash anyway. I'll probably just put it into my treasury for now so I can ramp up all my stock. Because we're not going for the achievement this time, so it should be fine. There we go. So we'll send that to the nearest town and we'll gain the double here. So I can go ahead and get some more eggs in, is what I'm thinking. And another veggie plot. So we should have a very big vegetable yield early on. And honestly, it keeps our variety up in between whilst I'm flicking between kind of settlements and stuff. So it should be fine. There we go. We'll disband. But yeah, plenty of families in now. So now we only have one house space. I'm going to go ahead and get in a couple more. We do have the spares. I probably need to make sure fuel is pumping up a little bit more. Let's go along this way. 2 in there is just fine. I might save an orchard house when we get it to wrap around the church a bit more. That'll look quite nice. And then we'll save that for the tavern. And I'm going to go ahead and get a hitching post. I know I can upgrade these, but I'm going to go ahead with a 3rd one anyway, just because it's much cheaper on the old loggage at the moment. And we have a lot of the stuff in anyway. Plenty of hides now. We should probably turn those into something as well. But I'm going to get the buildings done first. I'll probably put 1 in the trading post because we can unlock a decent trade here. Almost tempted to go ahead and get this. Ooh, corpse pit. Corpse pit, my friend, down by the river. Yeah, I'm always tempted to try and get to this tier 2 really early. Once the church is built, we can grab that in anyway and start producing with the tools. So we need a couple of houses considered for that as well, where we're going to have them. And I think I'll start the tool production over this way as well. I really don't want to cut into the trees too much. We don't want a double plot for it either. Corpse pit is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and dump someone in there. I need to turn something off in a moment. And honestly, I'm going to permanently assign a livestock to the logging camp now as well, and I'm going to go ahead and order one of these in. Probably get a hitching post upgraded as well, so we're good. And before they come in, this one should be done anyway. They are getting it done right now. Let's go highest there. And corpse pit can now be paused. Let's come into the trade and quickly get a little bit basic set up. What can we sell? I want to sell something really basic. We've got the cheap one to go. I think if we could potentially just spam out a quick trade on the leather. Probably thinking, why the hell did I just do that? Well, it will make sense once I get the tannery going, because we've got plenty sat here. We've had a bit stolen, but we got more than enough for the houses, so there's no reason to not. And here comes the first winter as well. I'll hold out for this one anyway. Got no problems with this at all. Tempted to change this road, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one. Just makes sense. Let's get in a couple more eggs over here as well. And then we should have enough for our logs to get in our first couple of industry buildings. And I'm going to have one there. One there. So those two are going to be probably shoes and something else. And then we've got 16 leather. So I should be able to put someone in the trade post and get trading happening. So we'll sell some of that leather off straight away. I can't lie to you guys as well. I kind of want to get the mining pit in straight away. I'm going to do that as well. Obviously, we won't have anyone in there just yet. And those guys, we need to go deal with those bandits, actually. We got enough now. We do. 18 is good. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's earn ourselves a bit more cash. So I think we should be fine to get over here before they do anything anyway. And I've actually opted in for chickens in all of these. I think it's going to be a smart choice to keep the variety going. where we need it, because I've had these turned off for a while and it's still working out quite well. So, all right, they're almost there as well. So we're just coming on in. Should be a pretty straightforward fight. This is such a cool ledge to build on. Honestly, the settlements you could build over here, that is the one right there. Trying to think where they run out from. I think over here is good. We'll see when they come though. We shouldn't lose anyone with the 18 anyway. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. They've got the experience now as well. Let's see how quick they come out. We're in January as well, so all looking good. Come on. That's what they did fix, by the way, as well. They fixed the way the bandits are. And let's watch as they come on over, marching towards us. I am ready. The clash of steel in the snowy mountains. Don't know what those guys are doing at the back, wandering off. All right, there's 15. Let's go ahead and push forward. Let's make quick work of this one. And no deaths. Beautiful. Right, let's sprint over. Yeah. We're basically going to steal the resources of this bandit camp from these guys if we can. We need to probably hurry up. I don't know if I'm going to get there in time. Going to try our best. I might just have to full send them, to be fair. And we'll go from there. And welcome yourselves back on in, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thumbs up, as always, is a massive help. And if you aren't subscribed, why not? And let's get stuck in and enjoy it. I just love the mountains, man. It is so gorgeous to keep looking at. Yeah, if you're wondering, we left off with 29 population through the first year. We got a nice little settlement, and we've got a very stabilized economy in terms of food and fuel and resources, to be fair. So we're pretty good. And honestly, in a few months, we're going to have a whole load of carrots to contend with as well. So we're going to be working towards, hopefully, a bit of tier 2 today. And just keeping on top with the spare ones to make sure that we get a forester in is one of my next jobs. I am going to keep foraging over here. And we're also building a mining pit, which actually is going to be high priority with those planks as well. And we're going to start making up the armor pretty early on, actually, once we've unlocked one or two of them. If I go down that route, we might just make weapons ourselves, like spears. I definitely want to go into some different units this time round, so we'll have a nice variety. I do love my spearmen, though. They are very good. Right, we're going to see if we can get in. I don't know if I'm going to get there in time. Hopefully I can nab it. Yes, we got it. Okay, we're going to take that to our treasury and disappear. Thank you. Appreciate your help. And that will give us a nice amount as well. So we're pretty good. If we wanted to hire someone up, we actually could now. And getting a manor house in would also be good. But the way this map works, you basically are fighting forward, which is awesome. It's like a competitive Manor Lords map, you know? All right, we got to consider more people in our granaries and stuff soon. A couple more houses. But we do need to get this church done. So one more stone piece, and they will be building that. And then we'll probably be into the 2 families a month kind of immigration, really. So I do need to prep out a few. I've got 2 houses there that are going to be tool related. We are also, I've got to be careful of this stone pit. I think how I'm going to do it is a road that is going to connect, hopefully. There we go, around those 2 houses. And I'm doing that intentionally so I can then have another veg plot this way. Although that's quite far away. I don't know. We obviously are going to build that way eventually anyway. We're going to have a nice couple of juicy big vegetable areas just there as well to contend with. And that'll keep us going for a little while. Mainly though, we're going to be focusing on getting shoes of some kind in. And we did get the marketplace in the last one as well. We haven't quite got the livestock. I got 1 horse on the way. So I need to grab 1 more as well. And then our units should be back. They're pretty tired. Try and get them back in. And the reason why no building is happening just yet is because of our soldiers. So they should go out now and get all that done. Because we didn't quite have the population back at home to get it done. We only had the wives, remember, for 19 of them. There they go. Looks like they are getting it all together on the wooden church. One of the best things on Manor Lords is the interaction on here. Now, a few of you have mentioned Ostriv. It's not something I've ever played either, and it has a similar build style, right? It's historical. Oh, wow, that went up quick. Didn't even notice. That's going to look so nice there as the church comes through as well. And once we have a full market, it's going to look fantastic. That is so gorgeous, man. Look at that. I'm so impressed by it. It is something else with those mountains in the back, isn't it? Anyway, move on. Lons, you're getting too excited. Right, now we have the church. We can get our first couple of tier 2s here. And we are just going to go ahead and grab in these two here, which will give us yet another point. Honestly, I need to get these done, actually. I should have went with these. Planks will be coming in. So let's get this unpaused now, and let's start making up some planks again. So they're going to build the mining pit next, I think. We just need a couple more. And then we're going to go with the forester's hut, which actually has the stuff in anyway. But only one family to service them at the moment. Right, with the extra families in, we should be able to get this building done. I am going to go ahead and order in yet another horse. So we'll have the 2 for in here, hopefully. And we can then really start to get our trading going. I probably do need to turn on the tannery again so I can actually have some more trade coming. But we are going to be able to earn from over here really soon, just on the planks, really. So that's fine. I am not storehouse. I am actually going to go into the advanced now, and we are going to up the plank production to 40. We have 2 permanently in here. Now, we are going to have the forager's hut to replenish some of this, but we've got a whole bunch of trees I want to cut down first anyway, so I probably won't activate this yet, because you got to wait about a year before they start growing properly, which is absolutely fine. Now, I do need to prioritize probably getting some kind of house in. They're really struggling to get this stuff done. So actually, all of these houses actually have logs in. Let's get those sorted whilst we wait for planks. Just get all of those built. That would be fantastic. I've just noticed our vegetables have come in, taking us up to 8 months worth of food. And we haven't even picked them all yet. We're still going, but the problem will be is storage on here. So we're going to need to process the upgrades of these 2 as quick as possible. And we have our next point. So we're not going to be importing for a little while. We need to decide how we're going to play this now. And honestly, I want to get into another food source. We are going to be doing this, but before the armors, I'm actually going to make spears and crossbows. So the best bet here, I think, is to start with an apiary system. And we need to decide with our spare workers where we're going to put those. But we're going to need 5 or 6 more families before we can get all this fully functioning anyway. So I'm just going to pause up a couple of buildings to get some of the building done with the families. So we'll unassign them so they get all of it done here, like this forager's hut is doing. Nice and quick. And then when the planks are available, which they should be really soon, I think we're going to have to do something mighty special here, but get one of these upgraded. Got another one built, and then I'm going to go ahead and give the saw pit its very own livestock. It just makes sense right now, which is a very important part of the game. But there we go. We've got all of our tier 2s going in. Well, that one's done now, so that just means the general storage of this one should have a much better pantry for them to work with. And the same goes with this one as well. So there'll be plenty more veg lying about as well when we have it. And if we look at our overall, we've got a nice amount of eggs, veg, meat, and fish. So all is really, really good. Now, I will not be upgrading some of these just yet. I want to wait for families to come into these, then upgrade them, because that can be our first couple of workshops there. We now have a mining pit, so I'm slowly going to grab those in, and we're going to need to get both of these upgraded. So for that, we'll need stone now. I keep forgetting this one. So we're going to need to actually engage in a bit of a stone pit over here as well, which I'll probably get rid of eventually. Anyway, we only have 180, so I can bin that one out. And also looking across, we are almost at the limit for granary, so we'll need to once again get that in as well. Now, I'm debating actually whether just to get the bloomery in now, and I think we can. So bloomery is going to fit in nicely right here, so this little industrial area here, and then one of the spare families. Honestly, I think I do want to apply it here. It has 500 space in the granary anyway, so the upgrade for this isn't as important, so I'm going to grab that in already just to get the marketplace and appease the new families as they come in. Now, we're officially over the 76% approval. If you aren't aware of this, guys, Over 76% means 2 families can move in a month. Between 50 and 75, 1 family per month. Below 50%, no one will immigrate. So keep those figures in mind when you're trying to grow, and just be aware of that as well. Sometimes it's nice to not have families come in 2 at a time, but it depends how aggressive you're being with it. I don't ever play that aggressive, if I'm honest. I like to just build, chill, have some fun. I think it's time to get in another ox. So that will take us to 4 roaming, 2 assigned to buildings. That should be more than enough actually for what we have here. Okay, we have this family officially in this burgage plot, so we'll take that one to a tier 2, and that will be our first industry-related building. Beautiful. What you selling? That looks like leather. Leather and firewood. I love the food one. It looks awesome. Look, one carrot in the basket and then loads of meat hanging. I sometimes wish I was born in, like, historical times, but then the thought of getting ill all the time and dying at, like, 30 does put me off. Would have put me off, but yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I didn't actually get a chance to look at this one, but I think it's the deep mine where you need to, where it then creates an underground cavern, like a proper cave where they go and mine underground, which is awesome. But actually, the guy working at the pit looks cool too, right? Looks super cool. I believe our stonecutter camp has finished now, so let's get one in there. We'll just start slowly grabbing in some of that and then letting the building just happen in the background, nice and slow. It looks like we've just grabbed another development point, and this one has finished. So burgage level 2. What do I want to go for first? So we're about to start smelting iron, so we could potentially go into... well, Bowyer's Workshop would allow us crossbows and warbows to open trade. I do need the shoes for my own people anyway. So are there any... In reality, I think... Oh, we could produce our own tools. It might be sensible to go with the blacksmith workshop, then start making some of this, and then the second house will make woodworking. And that way we can get shields and stuff. So I want to be able to, if we need to, I want to get a couple of the militia footmen. Pole arms, maybe not. I might go with just the footmen today because of the pole arms being a little bit slower, but we'll definitely get the crossbows. I love them. I love them. And then I think they've just moved in, so it's like instant upgrade. We'll go in, and we want to decide on where our point is going to go now. We won't ever be going into advanced beekeeping at the moment, and I have every intention of going here, but at the same time we don't have the population to go this route. That's the way we need to think of it. We could get in some orchards, so we've got just inundated with food. If we don't go this way, we could obviously put into these, but also thinking I don't know if we need to worry about this too much. The only thing we'll probably be importing is barley. But then will I need better deals for it? Maybe not, because we're going to be selling quite a lot of armor and crossbows, to be honest. So let's try the orchard then. I do love them. They look nice, and I have plans to get the orchards around here. So we're going to get our first one set up. And we're going to get a nice cut into these trees. Like that. I'm going to fill up that whole area, and that's going to be our very first one. They cost 50 a pop to get in as well on the backyard, so need to consider that. I also need to hurry up and get these burgage plots done, because we've got no housing for any more movement, and we actually do need some more people in. Alright, we're going to need that second one in the storehouse as well, so we don't lose the happiness, which should be fine, and then we'll have... well, hopefully have them there soon. Sheep is just the easiest one with yarn, but it has been fixed now. I don't know if you saw my last series, and the yarn was just crazy. The wool, sorry, the amount of wool you got. It's supposed to be capped at 1 wool per sheep, and if they're not sheared, you don't get any more than the 1 wool. And I was just getting too much. I think I had 12k at one point. All right, blacksmith is done then. So we will craft. Just going to turn on tools, so we've got a few of them. Definitely something we'll be getting later on anyway. And I think I'll make that one into shoes just to keep them happy. But there we go. We can expand this. These need to be the veggie plots first, then the expansion, which means we can fit the family, which we were able to get in. I'm going to not assign anyone until the building is done. And let me just see how many I can fit. So we've got 1 free space. It is time to also queue up a load of these. I'm just going to use that section for it. We'll get them ready. And there we go. We need to decide what we're getting on the second one now. And if we want to get in early crossbow unit for the fight, then we could go this way. We also need shields. I don't know whether to... I think we go woodworking, actually. And then I need to plan out a few more. So let me pause up. We're going to plan out a few more industry buildings, and I'm going to keep them all on this bit so I know where they all are. There we go. Got 3 more coming in there. And they're all going to be tier 2 industry related. Nice and close to here, to be fair. And I'm going to put the carrots on here and expand that ready as well. So all our veg needs will be met. We have so much fuel and food anyway. And pretty good. The development so far has been really solid. We're happy. Going to have quite a few houses to accommodate. And this is where kind of like the snowball will happen. So it should be fine. Got to keep a dead close eye on the tools. But we aren't actually... They can't make them yet until we smelt. So it's not a problem. Alright, bandit camp has popped up. I think... Well, either way, we definitely need to come out. Another... his army is out, so we can get ours going. Honestly, I reckon I can kill them anyway. Before they even have a chance to get here, so... Get them in. Send them over here. I don't want to fight in the trees, but there is a nice big hill there that we can fight on. So hopefully they come meet us. It looks like I should be able to kill them and nab it. Let's get a quick sprint. Turn it off. Yep, they've come out. We're actually going to... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sprint downhill at them. And try and take them out really quickly. And then sprint over to that. Should be pretty fun. Straight down the hill. Get them, boys. Beautiful. Nice clash. That should give them a massive push early on, although that took our effectiveness down pretty quickly. Should be pretty quick work, though. Looks like we're killing them off. 14. Go on. Initial charge was nice. 13. Come on. Quick, before they nab it. Yeah, we're going to get it. That's fine. Good. And we get the nice experience on that one as well. The sprint downhill, I think, gives them a fast bash right at the beginning. Well, this one, I think I'll send to town. Just so we've got a good amount. And then we'll go back home. Nice, easy fight. It's always going to be anyway, isn't it? It does mean I can then go ahead, once this one's built, and get the orchard in nice and quick. Those ones upgrading to tier 2. One spare. I'm keeping at least 2 for building at the moment. I do need to get this one done. Yeah, let's get it done. Now, we're getting up to where we can go here as well. So once these houses are built, we're not going to have enough space in the well. So I also will need to get that one upgraded. I'm going to wait until this one is done, though. There we go. Large granary in, so I should be fine to not worry about that for a long while now. I should be able to start smelting any minute, he says. Come on. There we go. Right. So we're going to want 1 family. Let's get a fuel stockpile of 2 in there. And let's sacrifice our productivity for a little bit of smelting. And then in here... Okay, houses done. Upgrades done. We're now into the territory of needing that well done. I'm going to let this one finish first then. Honestly think I can get away with upgrading a couple of these now as well. Just get that wealth going. Alright, orchard. Boom. Very first one going in. And I'm going to expand it so we've got the space. Once we've got families moved in, we're good. Let's also go ahead and upgrade the well. And the reason I'm doing that is we are about to hit that houses. Because we're building 3. And there's 12 there already. So hopefully our next ones, we've got 1 family that will go in there. Then we should be filling these ones out. And we'll have productivity. I did pause the mine so I can get a little bit more done. And honestly, I want to upgrade and start getting more people in these. But food is just incredible right now. I don't need to worry about any of those. So it is fine. And that we're in the surplus food too. If I click this, we're even better. Firewood's looking good. Got 100 or so days to hurry up and get in what we need. So we need these to move in. Let's come into the joiner shop. Are we already making? So we've got a cap on those. We're going to have some small shields in. Cool. Let's get those flipped over to the bigger ones. And I'll make sure there is a cap on this. So we want 10. I'll do the same. We got almost a whole unit of small shields. It was a bit silly of me to not catch it doing that. Did we? And we're not going to be able to do tools until the smelting goes, but we are making them now, so we should see some tools come in. Okay, we have 8, so I'm now going to change this over, and we are firstly going to grab in 10 spears. And I'll be flipping to and fro on these quite a bit, to be fair, as we go along. And there we go. Families are coming in nicely now. So I think it might be time to have this in. And we are going to go ahead and tell them to plant there. So next year we'll have a good amount of trees growing in again. I think we've got a couple more upgrades we want to do, but I'm going to wait. We have housing space now to accommodate enough families. And money's looking good. It might be time to also turn this back on, because before I basically make the manor house, we do want to make sure that we are selling. And at the moment we've only got the one trade route of that. Let me just check what's going on here. Okay, so this is building out nicely now. So we've got 31. I'm going to keep this spear unit, and we'll make sure that we have the goods to continue. I've just got to be careful that we don't run out of iron ore, but we should be okay. And honestly, I don't want to go any further with that one until I've built my manor house, which I don't have enough logs for. And I'm going to wait patiently, probably build it over here. Let's just put it there for now. And I'm going to commit that one nice and early. That means I can start taxing. And with taxes means I can grab, well, some of these. They haven't grabbed them yet. So the huntsman, they've updated this. There is so many more than before. Like, I've been checking loads and they are coming in a lot. And it's changed again. Look at this. Wayward Sons are back. Just my favourite, the Wayward Sons. These Battle Brothers sound really cool though. Light infantry. That would be nice. I just don't have the 90 a month to pay them, to be honest. So now if we hover over the well, it has gone from 30 to 50. So you haven't got to worry that much at all. This mountain map seems to have some serious amount of water areas anyway. Now, we've got one family to move in here. We've got another one to come in here. I think I'm okay with sacrificing my production now that we've got Spear come in to get this upgraded. I just want more storage for the apples, you know. So just enjoying the snow here in December. Some lucky trees not covered. We're actually in the UK at the moment. Past couple of days has been like -4 Celsius. It's not very often we hit that these days, so it's been pretty damn cold going outside. But in the cold, playing in the cold, you know, all good fun. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Ah. Ignore my silly noises. It's actually crazy to think in the city builder world how much potential this has compared to literally any other game that's going to come out, right? I can't speak for quite a lot of them, but in the way it looks and runs, that just makes me have so much desire. It may take 10 years to get to where we want it to be, but I'm here for it, you know? Oh, I just noticed the manor house is almost there, guys. Almost. We will have our second unit squad to help us then. Not that it matters anyway. First fight is easy. Literally one spear unit full can take out 4 raiders, I'd say, if you do it right. And with the help of the retinue, we'll be fine. So no worries at all. We've got very good resources across the board. I've actually paused the fishing for a while now, and I've still got some sat in here. Got plenty of veg and meat coming in as well. 33 iron slabs. Beautiful work. We're about to come into February, hopefully. Well, we've got one more family to move into this one. We've unlocked policies now. Honestly, we won't be farming. We've got the double meat plot, but we haven't got the point in. Let me just double check. Yeah, wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast. We're not yielding crops, so let's go ahead and sign that policy. That means they should go up more. Again, definitely don't need it at the moment, but I think it's still good. The family moved into there, which is great, so now we can go along here. So in the background, we can just have all the production ready, and I think, honestly, yeah, we're up to 30 there. So it's just the shields. The retinue are good. We have 357 in here. So let's go get all 12. Not going to upgrade them. That's all the money, though. Just about perfect. And then for happiness, honestly, I don't want to go crazy. I'm just going to put a 2% tax on for now. If I wanted to, I could actually put in a tithe tax for the food, just because we have 12 months of food. And we could then have enough, although we have enough influence for one zone. So you actually only need 4k total to finish this map if you're going to grab them all. Honestly, though, I don't know if we build here. I think I do want to be able to build something to push into this. You'll have to let me know. That should be pretty fun. Depends what size this one gets to, right? I think in the meantime, with the spare characters, I will go ahead and just get a row of egg houses here. Not that we have the logs for them. So we'll do a couple of time. No problem. Maybe upgrade a couple of these. Got another bandit camp coming. Actually, I might upgrade a few. Alright, where is it? Out here again. They're going to show their face. We have a very strong unit now. That shouldn't be a problem. At least to go deal with this. I wonder if I line up there. Pretty sure they'll come out. So let's see. Yep, we're going to be racing to the point now. They're sending out their units, so that's fine. Although we're going to be careful. The raiders are going to attack, actually, so I might have to sacrifice not having that one. Just seeing the days here. I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to be sensible and leave it like that. We're only one shield away anyway. I think I want... Have we got it in? So I'm going to wait for that to pop, and then we're going to flip back. We got small shields, to be fair. We're going to flip this one over. I think they said they had the spears, right? Equipment missing. So we need a couple of spears. We probably want to go to the 10 in stock. I really just want to get another blacksmith here, if I'm honest. I also want to get the shoes. But again, the shoes can wait. I'm not in a massive rush for tier 3 anyway. Oh, look at that. The enemy are going out to fight them anyway. So I wonder if we can go and nab this. So they seem to come from the other end anyway. And they are now claiming... Oh, this one. Okay, you're claiming next to me, are you? All right. Slow down. Let's get on the hill. Be there just in time for a very steep hill for them to have to run up. Holy crap. You wouldn't want to be the one that has to fight on the other end of that, would you? Although we're not in line properly. Damn it. Not ideal. I'm not going to fight this on the battlefield at all. Should be able to push this forward straight away, though. Come on. Really want that. I'm going to put that in my treasury, too, because... think that's we're fine with regional wealth. And no, I'm not going to challenge this at all. I'm okay with that. We can take it back another time. And let's go to the treasury. Beautiful. Let's get back to work. Right, did we get a family yet? We are officially in the 3rd year here. And looks like someone is in. Let's get that upgraded. And what are the resources looking like? We've got a bit of a surplus coming now of those, so all good. We got our first spear unit. I think I can go ahead now and change to sidearms. And honestly, I'm going to open a sidearm unit when we get them as well. And then for the big shields, let's go ahead and flip back to that. And they won't produce until we get them assigned over to these guys as well. Ooh, nice. A lovely start to them. And then the next one, so we got this one up. We need to go into what we want here. And honestly, I think I want to start producing both of those and opening a trade route for them. So I'm going to go... What have we got here? That's a joiner shop, isn't it? Let's go for the second joiner shop. And then the bowyers we can have here. So we'll have wood this side. And then this side we'll have the blacksmiths. A little industrial zone into our housing zone. There you have it. Linek. How do you pronounce this, by the way? Is it Linek? Linek. That's how it comes across to me. But yeah, let's just have a quick one there. So we're on 79 population. We've got 1 spare family. A few spare houses. 9 months of fuel. 10 months of food. A little bit of coin. And we're looking good. So we're going to need to start on the old ales soon. So we've got these 2 houses here that we're just waiting for families to come in. And this is going to be more industry, which is going to be great. And we've upgraded a few more as well. Now, marketplace is looking good. We may need 1 more family in a granary at some point. But we are officially smashing things out. And we started to prep in our first militia footmen. And we've got our retinue and the spear militia as well. So that's just population related, basically. We've got these houses here, which will be good once they come in for tier 2s. And we did get this orchard here. So we've got one family just moved in straight away, so let's get that one upgraded. And then that leaves us with that house over there. And that's pretty much it, so we'll need to consider the rest. We've got a full fish. We could probably flip this around now. Let's unpause the fisherman hut and pause the hunting camp. We have plenty of meat, plenty of leather. And we want one of these to be our shoemaker that we said, didn't we? Which is coming in right here. So we've got a burgage plot just in this little section. That's going to be our little shoemaker. Now I'm going to build one more over here. And we're going to get a little bit of spending going on because it's going to be another orchard. I'm going to come from this side. Pretty much a double that comes around it like this. And we'll just start filling out orchardry this way. I think I might cap it off here. But we definitely want to interconnect the farmland with that as well. We've got them upgraded to tier 2 for the granary storage spaces inside of here as well. So the main ones are looking good. Just quickly order in another ox as well. And then what we'll do here, just so you know what we kind of did, we unlocked the trade route for the large shields. So we're now exporting these when we can. We've only just started that. So we've got 2 exports on now. We've got spears and large shields. And with that house being upgraded, we also have this one now that's a tier 2. So let me just hover again. Joiner, joiner, blacksmith, blacksmith. I said this way is going to be woodworking, isn't it? One more joiner is ideal. So that's all 3 wood pieces we'd need. But we actually do need to consider a bit more of an army. But actually, we're going to be a little while before we can build any further. So I'm going to go into another joiner shop. And that'll be our 3. Then this one is going to be the bowyers when we can. I'm just going to do wooden parts with that one. It's 88 to unlock the wooden parts trade. So I should be able to get that on. We want that to be literally at 0. That's no problem at all. Then we're going to need iron parts for the thingy. So these are blacksmiths this side. So we're going to have a second blacksmith here for that. Make our own bad boys. And then we'll be pretty good on production as well. And we'll just fly through. We are on year 3. In May. So all things considered, looking good. Now the enemy did claim this one over here, so our first fight will be on this one. But no drama about that though. It should be fine. And I'm just going to check in, see how much raw stuff we've got knocking about, see if there's anything I can turn off at the moment, just whilst we wait for families to come in. And honestly, there's not much we can do yet until we get more in. All right, this joiner shop then, we're going to go, we'll say 10 planks, wooden parts. Just make 20 for now. Got 2 people in there, haven't we? Got 1 permanent livestock to that one. And we are officially growing the trees back now. So they are going to hack into all this over here. But it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll gradually get those going as well. We got the 157. So I should be able to come in and unlock the wooden export trade route now. And everyone's saying the minor trades. Why do you unlock it? So if you physically buy it, let me just read it out to you. After paying to establish a trade route, a dedicated free merchant. So that's the reason why. Yes, you can sell them and you should probably buy the large major trades first. But I like the amount of money you can bring in just by unlocking even with the minor trades. So it's worth doing. Now, obviously, with me upgrading all of these houses, that has taken away from our unassigned work families as well. So you do need to consider that when you upgrade them. Right, we do have another family in June then. So before I upgrade any more of these to make them more industry, I'm going to let the 2 families just finish off some of the building around here. And we're going to work up our numbers a little bit more again. And obviously we want to get more traders in anyway. Money's looking good. The more we can get in, the better our tax will be. As you can see though, we've just sold a nice lump amount here, which is really good. And we're honestly just going to need to buy in barley and start getting that going as well. The one thing we can do is prep that industry either way. So we're going to need a couple of brewers and a malt house. We need to decide where we're going to put that. And I think, well, malt house will be absolutely fine. Just, where's our tavern going to go? If tavern goes somewhere in the middle here, malt house can go here. Which is fine. I've got the houses coming in here, which we want to get to tier 2 as well. The reason we need to get them to tier 2 is because they are housing some of our soldiers. And when we want to wear the armor, that's going to be pretty beneficial to get. All right, we have these that can be upgraded. I'll upgrade it, but I'm not going to turn it into anything yet because I want to keep these because we'll lose one of those families here. We don't want to do that. This one is ready to be made into something. So if we want to get our shoes, which we will need, which will increase. If we can get over 75%, we can speed it up. But I'm actually not that bothered. I'm all about making money this run. I feel like I just want to get rich, you know. And with the malt house in place, we can then decide where this tavern's going to go. We actually need to wait for a few logs. got extra families in there anyway, so they'll be done in a moment. And yeah, it's going to go over here. I'll put a road down the side of it so they're nice and quick to get from the malt house to the granary that's going to be separate for it, I think, is how I'm going to do it, like before. So maybe I should prep that, actually. What we'll do is granary here. I'll go like this. So we'll make sure we turn this off early so I don't forget. Not the storehouse. But in here, we'll turn off crops and all this stuff. And we'll turn off ale and malt. And we'll have a dedicated granary for that. And I'm expecting to see some apples this year. There won't be loads, but there'll be some. As you can see, they are growing nicely. They look awesome. Got plenty coming in. Some green and red, actually. A nice mixture. My favourite. Pink Lady apples. They are my favourite. If you haven't tried them, you definitely need to. They are so good. All right, we have timber. I almost forgot, actually, so I was just letting it kind of play. But I feel like here works really well. I kind of want it to face that way, though. If I do that, I can connect that road in. Should be fine. I think it is fine anyway. So we'll get the tavern going. It's a little bit of a slow one, but that's going to look really nice. Then we'll surround it with really dense housing. So we'll have the church here, which is a bit more free and nice. I was going to have it up here, but actually I think in the middle makes more sense. I know I was going to have a bit of a pond in the backyard, but nah, let's get the industrial houses still coming up this way. I think that should be fine. I won't build in this bit. We'll leave that natural. I may even casually plant some trees there as well. All right, next month or two, we should see the apples. There won't be loads, but it's going to be nice. We haven't got anyone in here yet, but I am going to expand this one as well. So we've got enough living space. I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead and what have we got? 1, 2. Let's get our... I want the shoes here, so that's going to be another blacksmith. Let's get that in. It's going to be pretty expensive. We're going to lose our one family, but that's fine. And I'm going to start making metal parts with that one. We can both sell those and make our crossbow squads. That's going to be really good. As you can see, it's slowly getting there as well. We've got weapons and that coming in nicely for these guys. It's just a population relate kind of number here. So we're good. Actually, we still need to make sure we're making spears, don't we? So if we wanted to make all 5, we'd need 5 blacksmiths. Just to keep that coming. I think is it 2 smelters to 1 miner? It looks that way as I'm looking at the numbers. Right, I'm just going to straight put my land tax to 5% now, just to start bumping this number up. I'm at a point where I may well be able to hire one of the mercenary units and just hold them. There's some really good ones, and they're not being taken up for once, which is crazy. I could grab these 2, get an extra 2 there. They're all pretty cheap, so I can't physically take this land until I get to 2k influence with him taking that one, which is a bit frustrating. But I may try and grab this quite early. Get a bit of expansion going. The moment I hit 2k, I reckon we could fight that. Oh no, a fire broke out the marketplace. Are you kidding me? The firewood, it must have been. It's raining. Come on, guys. No. You know, I played like 6 runs, completely finishing them before a fire ever broke out for me. In the last 2 playthroughs now, fires have broken out. You're literally stood in the fire. At least it's only the marketplaces. They're nice and quick to rebuild. They're running with their thingies, man. Come on, you can do it. Don't spread to the houses, please. We're out. That's good. I think it was just 1 marketplace then. Yeah, 1 common goods store. We are good. We do need to get someone in here for granary supply, by the way. I think I need to sacrifice one of my population for that now. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just to make sure everyone keeps their happiness up. And hopefully that marketplace comes back in. And we are going to have to get onto the ale really soon. I think if I get the shoes, I could probably get them to 75% as well. We do have good money, so maybe I do try and get that ale in really soon. Just need to finish the malt house and that. Oh, and it looks like they're taking Leute Flucht. Leute Flucht. That's fine. So they'll have all of them. So that's going to cost us 6k in total to win the map back. I can't do anything about it. You go ahead and keep it. We're coming into autumn momentarily. I think the apples are going to come in now. There they are. They're picking them off. We're going to end up with quite a good amount, actually, if I just go with this one. It's a nice bump. That's 21 houses, 2 months worth, 3 months worth. So it'll allow our eggs to build back up as well, which honestly is pretty good. I have upgraded this one ready. The family has moved in. I think it might be time to go ahead and get those shoes. I think all our leather went, though. We traded it all. So let's go ahead and turn the tanner's rack back on and get some of that back in. I think we got... Yeah, we got 25 hides. That's good. So maybe not get the shoes just yet. Doesn't take long, though, to make it. Right, another family. Let's go ahead and do it then. Cobbler's workshop. I'll set a small limit on this one. We've got 22 houses, so I will just put it at, say, 30. So we've got a couple spare. I won't set those up for sale just yet. And then I forgot to go in here. We've just been popping out spears, probably. Yep. Not what I was after. We're actually after the iron parts. Although, you know what? Let's stay on the spears for now, just because we can sell them. And that's going to get us some more money as well. So let's do that. We can flip you to iron parts eventually after as well. We have another one here that we're ready with as well, which is going to be our bowyer's workshop, I believe. Got our 3 joiners. That's the bowyers. Then we'll have... We're going to need 5 blacksmiths along here then. The tavern's finished. The malt house is finished, so we're almost there. We're going to also need to sacrifice a house as a brewer. So let's prepare those. We've only got 1 spare here. So let's go... Let's go next to it. We worked pretty well. We had 2 running it, didn't we, last time? I want to save a little bit of space in case we need. So we've got enough for a storehouse here, granary here. We'll move that trade along maybe. Then let's go over here. So if I leave a little bit of a gap, let's actually bring the road across. And we were going to have the spare brewer over here this way. So if I go there, that's 1. I'll also get a second one right there. So that'll be our 2 brewers. I'll obviously only upgrade 1 to start with. So we'll have malt house. So buy the barley, make it into malt, brew it into that, into here. And I'll have a granary just here, just in case they do want to use that as well, which I did prepare for. So we're going to go for granary right next to the malt house. And then that one we're going to turn off marketplace. I'm going to leave this purely for distribution of ale and the goods of ale. You probably don't need to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. It worked really well in the last playthrough. Honestly, I'm thinking about buying it now. So I'm going to set up the trade route. It's a minor one anyway, but I reckon 10 barley will be enough. We're just going to get this happiness up. And I'm going to need to build some more houses. And getting some good veg in, they're probably going to be our first tier 3s. We're going to be getting some good amount of apples. It takes about 4 years. But at the same time, I do want to continue. Well, with both. I want a nice dense row of housing here, which are going to be eggs. And then I'm going to get another orchard this way. This one's going to be a pretty big one. And I'm going to come around the back like that. That looks awesome. And then we're going to have to consider, for the next level of the church, are going to be the roof tiles. I think I'll just stick to... Well, I can make them myself. We've got 147 clay deposits, so I can knock up quite a few amount of tier 3 houses with that, actually. And how are we looking on planks and stuff? Can I go ahead and get in the garrison tower? It takes 10 logs, so I've got enough to commit to it. Let's do it. I may even try, like I haven't done it before, but I should try and wall around my settlement as well. Honestly, where I want to do that is probably on this one. So this will obviously be the fight zone. So manor house and then fight off this hill. It just kind of makes sense, right? Or that one. Nah, this one. I love the jagged edges on this one. It looks ridiculously steep. Storehouse supply is a bit high right now. How's the cobbler shop finished? So what we're going to say is, how much do we want? Leather, reserve of 5. We'll only make, like I say, let's go to 30 shoes for now. And that should bring up the happiness quite a bit. And I'm going to do something over here. I'm going to get in another logging camp when I can. Just to carve through all of these. Probably down here, actually. Just clear out a whole bunch of trees whilst we wait for the other ones to grow back. So I'll get that in over here. And here we go. I'll wait for the people to move in on these, but I can get the eggs ready at least on these with the cash we have. I'm leaving quite a few builders out, so we've got 4 families spare, so it shouldn't take long to get all these done. I'm just going to rinse all my money and planks on that. And then there we go. There's the tier 2 for our first ale house. So we're buying that in. Have we got it? We have. We got our 10 barley. So we're going to need to stick an overstock on this one. Don't know how much, actually. It's only got 15 space in the pantry, so let's go just a 5 overstock for now. And then our orchard is ready, so we're spending a fair bit, but there we go. We're going to clear that one out. And it looks like our retinue ability has increased as well. So we don't have to pay anyone yet. So I'm going to spend until I've got no more, which is 18. Good. We're getting an army. That's the main thing. Alrighty, go. Here we go. Brewery extension. Boom. Oh, I'm so excited. It is time for the ale, baby. We are in the winter, though, now. I think we're fine. We've got the fuel kicking off. So soon this will all be grown. As you can see, it is all coming back in. It won't take long. I've just got the one in here. One family, but they're fine. They've done their planting. So we should be okay. Now, this granary is done, so let's come into the advanced here. Let's take off the food. Let's take off... We're going to have to buy in herbs now that I think about it. Not necessarily. I could probably just do this. There we go. So we'll have barley, malt, and ale in here. And we're going to come into the advanced. We're going to say reserve, no. Just make it. Just keep brewing. I think if it's off, we should be fine. So let's go ahead and get a fuel stockpile in here. And let's get one in the malt house and one in the tavern, which we can upgrade pretty quickly. Not going to do it yet, though. We've pretty much grabbed all the stone, by the way. I think, yeah, 58 left. So I did pause it up. Keeping our hands on it for now. I also need to put someone in the next... We're getting pretty full on these, so I need to make sure we're doing that. But there should now be shoes coming in. He hopes. Actually, not yet. There we go. The shoes are in. I was going to say, they should be coming in a moment. And they just did. I think the malt has been rinsed pretty quickly. And then in here, we see the ale. Look at that. So, there's... Oh, God, didn't mean to upgrade. I was just about to try and show the ale, but it looks like we're upgrading the tavern. Actually working out quite well now, actually, without the granaries, as the ale are going to sit in there. Okay, we have 22 shoes as well. 23. It's going up nicely. You make sure there's a little bit of leather. That should be satisfying all this now and the fuel, so we should be able to fix a lot of this with... Well, once the ale comes, they're going to be happy lots, aren't they? Well, it looks like with the expansions we have done, we are going to need to actually sacrifice a lot of our people into these ones. So I'll do that now. And then we're going to need another one in the granary store. And also, I'm thinking, we probably want to go ahead and make sure we have these guys spare. It's not going to take long to fill them. Let's get those in as well. I've set myself back by accidentally clicking that button. You can't cancel an upgrade either without destroying the whole building, unfortunately. At least everyone has their clothing and fuel now, and food is good. Food's never going to be a problem on this run, at least in this little settlement here as well. And I'm going to flip the hunter now to the fisher, although we can't fish the frozen, can we actually? Let's leave it. It's Feb already, so we should be able to go into there really soon. Let's have a look. We are starting to supply. Beautiful. I am going to turn up the overstock then. And what we're going to do is we need to work on the thingies, roof tiles. So, make it nice and easy. Let's get that in. Am I going to have to build a bridge over that, or is it going to let me? That is a fast-flowing stream, but it is only a stream, so they can walk over that. We'll start mining that one up and get the roof tiles in for some of these. But let's take a moment. Let's have a little look around. I do like to absorb it in as we make strides towards beauty. The main little row here. So we have a bit of a center now that is growing out really nicely. So it's looking much better with the tavern. Let me take a look like this. There we go. Yes. So once we get those houses here, it's going to look awesome, isn't it? Look at them having a drink. Oh, the ambiance is beautiful. Is it any good? Was it apples and ale? Ale and apples, eh? Very, very nice. I love it, man. It's so good. And then industrial over there. See, us sacrificing the efficiency early on makes it look beautiful this late on, so I don't mind. I am going to have to get another family in the Woodcutter's Lodge at some point, but for now it should be fine. We're almost full with these, so we can look to our next one as well, which is going to be another militia footman. Or do we want one of each and then loads of crossbows? I honestly want more crossbows. I also want to get these guys in as well. I need to make more money. Let's just make sure the ale can keep up. At the moment, it's pretty good. So I reckon a bit more barley. Or if we just look to see, yeah, looks like maybe trade in a bit more. Grab 15. It's pretty expensive, so we might genuinely want to look to come into here. There's nothing else I'm after, so I am going to do it. Yeah, and then we can spend the other 2 on these ones, right? I may even be able to buy those in, though. We'll see. Right, let's look to get more people in the trade post, and also look to get this upgraded. So we're going to get... What did we go with? This is going to be the Bowyer's Workshop. Boom. I'm going to turn 1 off that logging camp now, and I'm going to put 1 over here, and I'm just going to let them cut. I'm not going to replant, and that should allow this to grow back a little bit better, which is coming in actually another year, and we'll be fine with this one anyway. All right, here we go. So we aren't making the iron parts yet, so let's grab in some bows. We'll make sure we always got some in. Production limit 10 war bows. We're going to unlock a trade for this one, and we're going to say sell every single one. Boom. It's another trade we can get going. And the clay mining pit is now good. I could probably get away with pausing this one for a moment and just grabbing in the clay. And then whilst that one's happening, let's also go ahead and get our clay furnace in. It's a long way to travel, though, for the storehouses. So clay furnace. Honestly, I'm going to put it there. I don't want to put a road through this stuff either. So what I might do is bring... Yeah, let's bring that straight down into there. Oh, it's coming along so nicely. I'm so happy with how this is filling out. With 2 more house spaces left. I am upgrading every single one that I can. Supply is not great, but it's actually down to the amount we're making at the moment. We're not able to make loads. So I'm slowly but gradually going to upgrade the amount of barley we get in. It's just going to be enough to get the happiness. Well, just keep the happiness good, right? Not enough clothing in marketplace. We need to get 1 in each of these as well. Clothing's good. You got plenty of shoes. You should be fine. It's actually a bit more of an overstock. And then we'll sacrifice a family into the granary once more. And then we need 1 in the storehouse. So I've got to stop upgrading to industrial ones because I'm not going to be able to afford it. All right, just getting 3 more smaller houses in here now. So we're really on the edge. Building them this early was a bit of I was a bit ambitious because we actually need to fill out this now. I need 1 more storehouse and our granary is only just holding on and it's full. Obviously, we've got the other ones ready and I need to make sure that I turn off this stuff. But yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Looking good either way. I can get the carrots in there. I've obviously got 2 now in the woodcutter's lodge as well, just to bump that number up. Looking fine. And I am smelting our first clay pieces. So this is why our fuel has gone down. So once I've got these, I can tick it off. But we're actually just after the 10 that we need for here. And we're just waiting for money to go up a little bit. There you go. Look, you see the entertainment supply? Look at this ale. Boom. We're good across the board. We've got 100%. 100% with 1 family. The ale is good. We still have a bit of barley as well. So I could turn that off temporarily if I wanted to get a little bit done as well. Looking okay. These are all going to be chickens in here. I'm going to get 1 more in the storehouse. That should cover our markets now. And then we're going to need another one in the granary as well. Holy crap. Now, I'm just going to flip this over and we're going to get 1 more big house in here as well that's going to fill out. I'll get a second one across the top. So this is going to be a nice sized kind of farm. I'm also going to go ahead and get 1 over here. But I'm going to build this road here. I'm trying to find the right spot for it, actually. That's going to work a lot nicer if I do that. And actually, it'll look nice. It'll have like its own front yard, you know. Boom. And we'll make sure they're doubles. I need to actually upgrade this one as well. We're going to get a bunch of apples in again at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, let's just take a look at the numbers here. Let's turn the hunter's camp off. Let's keep the fishery going. How many tiles do we also have now? 16. We have enough for the wooden church. Let's get that one upgraded. And honestly, we'll have enough for our first 3 houses. So let's pause the clay furnace now. And then let's use those additional to just cap off everything else here now. Let's make sure we're happy. So let's get one more in that granary, which should cover our demand and keep everyone very, very good, which is fantastic. And then I should have some more money coming in for more eggs. And I'm in a good position. The entertainment supply is fantastic, so I can just keep upgrading to tier 2. With the church, we're going to have our quick tier 3s. And with that comes our cheaper import of the barley, so we should be able to then ramp up our money-making abilities. Because at the moment, our tax of 5% is only 3, because we don't have a lot of regional wealth at the moment. And because there's no more bandits that can come, raiders will come, hopefully at some point, but we're not going to be able to earn any influence without either fighting or doing a food tax. So fine on food, I could put in a small 2% tithe tax. It doesn't affect the approval rating, it's just the land tax that does, so I'm okay with that. And there we go. Let's pause it up because we have the... Did I just miss it? We have the tier 3 ability. What's the matter? Oh, I run out of resources. Ah, thanks. Now all these trees are back. Let's go ahead and get another one on the logging camp. Still got one ticking away at this one. I am going to leave that there, and it's got its own oxen sign to it as well, which will give us some good numbers. And there we go. All right, let's pause it up. Before we go any further then, I'm not going to do it on these ones. I'm actually going to go ahead and do it on the smaller ones to make sure the ones that come in are going to be of these here. And we want to go... Honestly, I do want to grab these. Oh, it's 4 tiles. I misread. I said 2, didn't I? That's fine. Let's get the clay furnace turned back on then. How much normal clay do we have? None. And we'll also then have to sacrifice a little bit of building speed just by getting in a bit more mining. Should be fine. Really, really, really gorgeous spot right now, though. It's looking fantastic. We are year 4 here, and I'm just getting these last ones built. And a whole bunch of apples in. It's doubling every year at the moment, which is great. It's what we need. So I can keep ticking over with the other ones. We are going to freeze over in a moment on the fish, so I can go ahead and pause this one as well. Still got enough meat in to leave it off if I wanted to, actually, and we could go with the apples for a couple of months. And everyone's happy. We have 100% or thereabouts entertainment, 100% on the marketplaces. Everything's looking good. Now, it's going to go crazy once we hit to tier 3, so that's going to allow a lot of families to move in, so that does ramp it up. I'm just forcing this one to be built so I can get one more family in, because we have no more room. And then that should put us in good standing. And there it is. Look, our first tier 3 almost looks out of place right now. That's going to be cool, though. When we surround that tavern and upgrade the tavern and have that kind of in its place where everything looks nice. We've got 4 more locations of stalls here, so we're going to fill out some in this bit as well. It's going to look amazing. Oh, I love it. And with that tier 3, we had the extra space. So, get another family in there, which is good. A double plot goes up to 4 at tier 3, and a single plot goes up to 2. So, and I think it's time we hired another... Let's go for another militiaman here. And then, once the population goes up, we can get that going. The rest are going to be crossbowmen. And we should get that family in. So, let's get the building done with the spare ones. I think we've managed to pump out quite a bit of clay now. And we've actually run out of iron ore once more. So, I'm going to go ahead and pause the bloomery. Unpause the mining pit. Turn down the clay pit to 1. And turn on the clay furnace. That leaves us 2 families to build and jumbles us about quite nicely. This is about to freeze, so let's go ahead and pause this. We've got enough of everything else. That shouldn't be a problem. And still good on shoes, good on leather. So we probably just want to turn on the tannery before anything else. And there we go. Level 3 is done. I haven't got enough for anything yet, so I'm going to expand it straight away so they can move in. But we've got, yeah, we're almost at 75 as well, which is awesome. So if we can get the houses in, we should be in good standing. And I am going to go ahead and slow down on the barley now. I'm going to bring that back down to 10. Because we've got more than enough. If I look at the ale, we've got 51. 51 ale. So it just took a little while. And 80%. There we go. Back down to 68. So we're only going to get the 1 family in, but that matters. That matters. Let's get that one upgraded. And then I'm going to keep that regional wealth for the upgrades. But might get some more veg here. So I'm just looking. It's probably for the best that we do. So we keep that in good. And then this one will be an orchard. So a nice blend of the farms there as well. And our church still coming in. It's funny that we managed to upgrade to tier 3, which is something you're allowed to do, by the way. Look at all those clay bits going on. Oh, yes. I love it.
Carrots, cabbages, turnips.
The thing that matters loads right now. Such a big build as well, though, that it takes up so much time. But there it is, the tier 2 church completing for us right now. Meaning that should give us some big boy stuff right here. And then hopefully everything else can get our regional wealth up. The tier 3 houses coming in is going to give us more money as well. So it should be fine. And I then need to, with these extra population, is just really start getting more planks in. I actually think I want to get a plank shop over this way. And I can get one person just making some over there. So we can keep all our production going. And then I'll move it in at a later date. And let me just take a quick look over the markets before we move on. But we're looking good. And there it is, guys. It's wonderful. All right, deep in the winter, just upgrading a few more houses as well. Our second tier 3 is coming in. We need 3 in total to get what we need. And it's just the regional wealth, actually, believe it or not, for the upgrade. Planks as well. That's why we're working on it. So I'm going to set that saw pit to the highest now as well. Saw pit should be done in a moment as well. They're all working on it, so I can get this just ramped up, hopefully. That's the only thing holding me up at the moment. Neglecting my wood. There it is. Perfect. Let's get one in there with it permanent livestock as well. And we finally are seeing some money come in now. So with these planks, hopefully, we're going to be able to get the upgrades in. And there we go. Number 3. So I plan on doing all these around here first. I want to be careful because these are going to wait. They're going to be very late on because we want the actual labor families from them. So we want to be able to get work out of them, right? These are getting pretty full and we are getting close to less on the marketplace. So just to get us ready for that, let's get a pretty large marketplace that side of it as well. And there it is, baby. We hit the next settlement level. But before I put that development point in, I am going to go ahead and upgrade that one as well. Then we're going to come straight into better deals, and that's going to help us just earn money to then get a load of treasury money. And I'm going to hire up a load of people when I can, which has put us to 1.9k influence now. I've got 4 people in here, and then with all that, I can start opening up my other trades as well. So the next level will go into our armor. But yeah, we do want to consider going for that really soon. We are in January, though, of the 5th year now, so things are heating up. And there we go. Just with that one plank one now, we are seeing a much better number there. Probably want to go ahead and probably upgrade these ones now. This is going to be the orchard, though. I just spent the regional wealth that I needed to upgrade, but that's okay. Let's get it expanded as well. And there we go. Let's start getting these upgraded so we have more space for the carrots too. Should be good. And I've got room to continue upgrading probably the orchard as well. I've upgraded the wrong one. It doesn't matter. And with all that, look at it coming in. These big boys, and with thawing out. I absolutely love it, man. It looks so good. Look at those little windows, or I say the big doorways they get. That looks so good. It's coming together exactly how I wanted this settlement to, which looks incredible. In terms of army, this is where we're at. So, looking pretty good, actually. We haven't got any ranged units yet. But that's fine. I think what we'll do is probably 2. That should be fine. And once we've got somewhat resemblance of a decent army, we're going to go this way. In terms of skill points, this is where we're at the moment. So we've got orchardry, we've got apiaries that we need to start. I was waiting for more population, and we've got the marketplaces. We still don't have quite the population to set up the apiary zones, but I'm going to copy the, well, not copy the full layout, but Tacticat has mentioned the 9 apiaries, I think, is okay for production. So that's 9 families we'll need to consider for our apiary farm. It doesn't mean we can get it up sooner, so we probably will. I just need to pick a zone for it. But food isn't a problem at the moment anyway, or fuel for that matter. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, the next marketplace is in. We still don't have the money, but I am going to allow one family in there at the moment. Are we building anything, or is it worth maybe just getting rid of that stone so we don't need to worry about it? There's 58 left, so let's turn that on. Let's collect up all that stone, and then let's move on. All right, what is it for tier 3 then? We need one more level 3 and we have our first point. Now, we don't want to do the cobbler shop. We want to stick to the little ones at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that. I will be trying to get most of them to tier 3, so I'll get one more as well. This gives us a lot of room to wiggle for families coming in. But the reason I'm going to do that is so that we have our armies able to wear all mail armor, hopefully. That's the plan, at least, anyway, which most of our army is going to be inside these smaller houses as well, so we'll need to do that. And then once all those are full later on, we're going to commit to probably a couple of bigger, even further ones this way that are also going to be orchards, which, again, I have no problem with. We've got something that we're kind of planning out this way anyway, which will look really nice. All right, we've hit that upgrade on this house or two now, so tier 3's coming in around there. I can't wait to fill around the tavern, though, like I said, but we do have that point now. And that does mean we are going to be going down the basic armor making. I plan on getting down to advanced armor making for our setup. That should be good. We are already at medium town, so the next one is just 3 tier 3s. 5 more tier 3s, sorry, and that will take us to the large town, the maximum size settlement. And we are good to then go, which should keep our army coming up here. We're actually probably in a good place. Don't know whether to buy a couple more of these. I think so. There we go. So we're almost full with the retinue as well. 3 more. Then we should be fine. Well, I have paused up real quick because some raiders have entered the territory, baby, and they are coming for me. Now, I am going to let it play a little bit because I don't want to lose productivity, but I will need to get them ready. I need to get these actually hotkeyed and stuff as well, but I won't do it just yet. They'll be here before we know it. There they are. I'm trying to figure out where to fight them, actually. I might do it on that hill. Just makes sense, doesn't it? And we're all melee, so we can actually spread across this quite well. And then collapse on them if we need to. I actually have a better idea. We get these two there, a bit wider. And then these two here. Should still be on the hill. We'll see how we get on. And I've started building out, so you'll see this here. I've just got the first 4 apiaries. I'm actually building them already, but we won't be putting them in. So I'm just kind of patching them in like this. So, same fashion. That's 8. We'll need a 9th, which I'll probably just do here, actually. That makes sense. I'm going to go with the recommended 9 that I've heard off a lot of people. So we shall see if it is what I expect. I might be wrong. And then I'm popping the roads around like this as well. There we go. So you've got our very own apiary business right here, and it's close enough for the distribution as well, so it should be pretty good. Just going to flip these around, get the spearmen in that gap, get these guys to swap over as they clash in. Just makes more sense. These got a better collapse on them and better holding point at the top there. So we're just going to stand this hill as they come over. Looks awesome, man, when they're up there, doesn't it? I can't wait until they bring in some serious changes to the fighting, or not changes. Fighting's decent, but actual, like, proper... Wow, when the enemy has cities, it's going to be so crazy, isn't it? Looks like we got one lagging behind as well. Hopefully it's all fixed now. Anyway, nice and responsive. I got no archers to start raining down on. It's actually the perfect map for crossbowmen, isn't it? Oh, we got someone trying to flank. That's a big mistake, because we're going to kill these off before you have a chance. I'm not worried about this anyway. I don't know why I'm overthinking such a small fight, but... Here we go, as the small amounts make their way in. It's just fun, isn't it? Imagine marching up that big hill. They can't actually see us over that brow of the hill, can they? Nope, they cannot. So they'd be thinking, where are they? Where are they? Well, you're in for a bit of a shock, boys. Coughing away as well. Yeah, we'd obliterate them with the archers right now, wouldn't we? And then you'd have this... Just start going like this, and when they march forward, you'd be like, oh, crap, they're over the brow of the hill. Oh, yeah, as they show, that would be so cool. Oh, got something here. We'll get them on defensive stance here. They're actually going for my ones on the lesser hills, which is smart. But I'm going to collapse straight around them anyway. Boom. Straight for the retinue, isn't it? And with these ones slowly coming behind, I'm just going to go like this. Straight away. And I'm going to force like this. Straight in. Get the sandwich on them. We may as well use you. These guys have decided against their first. And we are going to just get these up front. deal with the next ones. Sandwich. Run. Oh, we got them boxed in. I don't know. It's fun. I need to work on my tactics anyway. I need to get... I haven't played Total War for about a year or two, so I need to get back into... I used to be pretty good at that. There we go. We'll line up again. We didn't lose anyone. That is a nasty hill to try and traverse, guys. And I'm going to actually do something very silly here. You know what? It's not silly. I'm just going to send them in. Go, go, go. Get the clash. You guys come round. You can't really flank very well on the undergrowth here, but you guys get into that one. And then those guys clash on that one. We don't want to stand ground. Let's go. Push forward all. Can't see who's who at all. It's going to be nice when we can have full armor colors too. The all black we will be representing with red shields. Well, there we go. They are routing that way. We lost one soldier. Not bad. Shouldn't have lost any really, but that's fine. Back at home then, we do have the ability to probably populate a couple of apiaries now. Let's start getting in that different variety, and we're really going to start with quite a few here. So I'm going to go with 3 families populating that so far. We've got room for the upgrades, but I also want to probably get the next thingy in. So if we look at our iron, we have 107 iron slabs. So we can't do anything with them until they're in. We have one here that we could do, but don't want to do that just yet. In terms of everything else, I think we're fine, aren't we? Yeah, just a bit of food variety, but that isn't a problem. And if we look at the overall food, we're pretty good. And honestly, we'll have the apples in a couple of months as well. So we're pretty good. I'm not upgrading any houses yet until we fill out the existing. We're in good enough to grab more than one family in anyway. And money is slowly going up now as well. So we are able to sell. But I definitely want to go to... I think I need... Let me just check. We got warbows. We've got woods. We got shields small. Shields big. Then we've got swords. Spears. And then 2 more here. So, how many do you need? You need 5 total. So we probably need to make iron parts and then crossbows. Hold on, let me go into the bowyer's workshop and let me just check. Yeah, it's iron parts. 2 planks, 2 iron parts makes 1 crossbow. So I'm also going to build another house over here, and that's going to be 4 crossbows. Now, obviously, why has someone got a really deep voice there? We'll get another one in there as well for that, but yeah. Apiary farm well underway. Alright, let's get everyone disbanded and back to work. I think we should be pretty much full army now, which we are. So, I think the next ones, I don't know whether to grab. I think it's going to be 2 bow units of some kind. But there's also, once we start making money, this map seems to hold the mercenaries pretty well, so we'll be able to afford quite a few. We're going to need a second settlement for that, but it's going to be all about making the regional wealth go up here to just get a bit more tax. We're giving away a little bit of food on the tithe as well, like we said, which is getting our influence up. Which actually, we're on 3.4k, so... plenty of roof tiles. I think... Did I turn that off now? We're almost depleted on the mining pit, so I will keep that one going. And then we'll keep the... Where is it? Clay furnace going over here as well. So we've got plenty of roof tiles for upgrades. I think it's mainly, actually, other reasons for the unhappiness here. There's plenty of houses we can upgrade. Still don't want to do it. And we're going to start seeing that honey come in now, which is going to tick us up nicely. Lovely stuff. All right, we should be well underway now to make good money. I'm just going to make sure we get the horses in, which I forgot to buy, actually. So they're going to be doing it by foot. But we are going to be able to keep it going now continuously. So we've got permanent planks. Timber's looking great now. So all of the wooden products should be well and truly decent for us now as well. It's worth noting that honey lasts forever. It doesn't spoil. All right, looks like our mining pit has gone now. So we are going to go and deconstruct that bad boy. Get gone, baby, which is great, actually. One less thing to worry about now. So what we'll do with all of that clay, which 50 left, we'll just smelt those up into roof tiles, which should be enough for this whole settlement to upgrade where we need it to. And honestly, I'm not in a massive rush at all. We're going to need even more of these. But I just need to wait for these population to come in on these. And it should be 2 families at a time, so it won't take long. We're just filling out all of these tier 1s. So that's why I don't want to upgrade any more. Other than maybe these to tier 2. But that's fine. We definitely want to get the tier 2s on the storage of these foods. Interesting to see how many apples come in. Have to spend some time picking them bad boys. Get it picking, boys. But when they're level 3, there's a lot more families in there. So there's 4 families. You'll see that there's quite a lot of them that can handle this work. And I think we can go ahead and get another apiary stocked. Maybe 2, actually. Let's get 2. And then another horse and another one in that trading post. And that'll leave us where we'll be. We'll have another 2 families. So the next lots to move in soon are going to be into these ones. And this will increase our productivity. And we're fine on the stoneware because you now get 50, not 30. So that's good. Yeah, it's not going to be that hard to stock these apiaries now. So we should see an incredible amount of honey actually come in soon. Depending on the other things. We're going to topple it with the apples again. Used pretty quickly. They are coming in. Right, next bunch of families coming in. Let's get another apiary on the go. Is there anything we're building at the moment? How much clay do we got? Oh, I need to keep an eye on that. 42, so it's not going to take them long. It's honestly worth us just quickly blasting all of those. Keep just 1 family, because we're not actually building anything at the moment. And then when we've got the livestock coming in for those, which I think we do, we're going to need more stable space. So let's go ahead and get in a bunch more of these. I actually really love having loads in a row, by the way. Some of you might disagree. I absolutely love having the barns all together. It's also why I like farming in this game, because you can integrate this into like the veggie plots and then into your overall like bread making. I love how much smaller this map is, meaning you have to change the way you work, you know? Alright, let's finish off buying in 2 more of those. So we're 1 away now. No King's Tax yet, which is great. Which will be when we get this second settlement, no doubt. Going to start upgrading these and ordering oxen when we can as well. I've turned this down by 1 because actually our log stores... Look at our timber now. This is crazy. Let's get another one in this saw pit so we can get that one going a bit quicker. And this just means more money, right? It's going up nicely, so I'm very happy with that. We're just waiting for these. So whichever populates first determines what we're going to make first. It's going to be these ones over here. We've still got this one out back this way that is now gone. We can go to 2 on these because that's fine. And, yeah, we have the apples, which is nice. Fish are not that great, actually. They're a bit slow because I think they spoil. That being said, it isn't too much of a problem. Food is 6 months. It's actually the fuel. This is ticking over nicely now. I've only got 2 in the woodcutter's lodge. I might get 1 more. And then we're going to have to consider another woodcutter's lodge. And I think I'm going to go out this way, guys, because this is going to take years to cut down. So that's fine. Let's just take a moment to soak in the changes as they come in as well. This town isn't that small anymore. Ain't big enough for the 2 of us. And all the apiaries here. Ah, they look cool, man. Love to see like food chains come to this game so you can turn, I don't know, bread and honey into honey cakes or something, you know, and they last longer, or they feed 2 families instead of 1. Those types of things. There would be some serious balance issues with that, but I think it would be cool. Hold on, we got one in. Boom. Our next blacksmith is coming. And also this one, we're going to get that one upgraded as well, so they're ready. It didn't take long, so we are now officially down to 1 house, so we need to go a little bit further. And the one thing that's going to get us going late game is going to be apples. And I know the road network isn't the best to do like this, but I'm actually going to do it anyway. So I'm going to come this way. We've got to be careful we don't take down too many trees, so I'm going to come up this way now. And we are going to have probably 2 veg farms here. So not too big, not too small, like so. And again, the double plots are decent because they don't require 2 people. I've got to get rid of this stone pit, actually. Let's do that first. So that can be demolished. Let's just start with this one here. So we'll go for 1 large orchard in there. Once that's gone, we'll get another one coming around here. And honestly, I might bring the road around the pond. Cool that it snaps now. I like that. Probably just bring it into there. So yeah, a nice setup over this way as well. Again, we could probably get an upgrade in if we wanted to, so we could start going more that way. I'm going to go for the empty houses first, though. That's going to bring in more food eventually. And let's get our very last retinue here. And then we can go for upgrades before long. And that is actually a pretty strong army if we do that anyway. All right, this one's done. So this is going to be a blacksmith for iron parts. How is our iron and stuff doing? We're okay at the moment. We might need to turn up 2 on the smelting. As I say, look, that pit is going to last forever. Like, you don't even need the upgraded mine, man. I think cobbler shop, we're actually going to turn this now up to... Let's go to 60, so we don't need to worry about it. Leather, we'll make sure there's always a reserve of 20. And once these are done, we're good. So the next movement in is done, so we're going to get that one upgraded. And then the next lot are going to be out this way. So we're going to want, I think, carrots in that one and expanded. And I could get one of these leveled up, actually, for the better storage of them. But I want to up the apples. We're still not at maximum years for a lot of these, so we're going to get a lot more yield on them eventually anyway. And I'm going to upgrade that one to tier 3 as well. I'm going to spend some of my coin now. We're going to go for apples across the board over here, like we said. I am also going to expand these. And then we're good. So that should keep us propped up for what we need. The honey, as I say, is going to be a big one. So I'm almost full on all 9. So we're doing well. And that's with these upgraded. So we did get our 1 blacksmith in here. We definitely don't want the pole arms. I'm going to change this. So we're going to go to 10. We're going to make 20 iron parts. And then this one, as it's upgraded, is going to make our crossbows. And that does mean I can then go like this. Is that enough? I think that's enough. And did I make pole arms before that then? We made 1. I think I managed to stop it beforehand. I don't like the polearm units because they're just slow. They're quite powerful, but yeah, just slow. That's the only problem. I'm not going to change this one until the next month. Ah, we're good. I can change these now. So we've got that. I could then do polearms. Let me just double check this. I think I need tools though. So let's go for another blacksmith there. And then I'll wait on the crossbows until next month. I did get in the 1 firewood splitter at this end now. Woodcutter's Lodge. I call it firewood splitter because that's what we call it in Farthest Frontier, sorry. And that's just propping us up with a few more months of fuel now as well. Go ahead and pause the fisherman hut actually because it can't do anything this time of year. And I can use that family to go into this. So we're going to go Bowyer's Workshop. And then as far as the marketplace is concerned, I think we're good there, aren't we? Now, the tax-wise on this, look, you'll see 43. That's pretty good. We can probably go a little bit higher on 88%. As long as we keep them happy, I can increase this, right? So let's try the land tax a little bit higher. We don't need more than 1 family coming in a month, I don't think, at the moment, so it should be fine. The taxation penalty, though, you'd think we'd be close to 100%, considering we, with 1 family in the tavern, are on 100% here. Our next upgrades to tier 3, though, are going to be the storage ones out this way now, which I'll quite happy get all of those upgraded. And we're almost there for our final point, which will be to make those in as well. And we're going to need the armor maker. But as I say, the tool maker first is the main thing I wanted to get. So it's going to be tools. Just going to set a bit of a reserve on this so we don't, just in case. You never know, do you? And we're going to try 20 tools. And then inside of here, I should be able to come in and do a bit of an export. So we're going to keep 4 tools in just to be able to upgrade our buildings, and then the rest are going to go out. They're pretty good. 6 per, which is great. And then I'll get 1 more family in here for extra sales. And we've got a whole production chain of them going through here with all their various things now. So we've got 4. We need 1 more for polearms as our last item to sell there. And then the rest is going to be through there. So Bowyer's Workshop, we're going to come into this. I'm going to say a reserve of 6 planks, iron parts. We probably don't need to worry about that, actually. And then crossbows, we're going to make 20. Then we should slowly see these come in and fill up with crossbows. It's going to take a while to fill these out. We should probably use a second settlement, to be fair, to fill them. But we're soon going to be able to grab the mercenary units, which, again, don't seem to be disappearing, which makes me happy because it's been a bit of a pain in the past. And finally, I'm going to put 1 more in the apiary. That is a full 9 families now in the apiary, and the honey is slowly now getting to a point where it is up. So we've got a nice variety. Now, we are still okay on the 1 fountain, 1 well, actually, so I won't need to get another one in just yet. Good thing about this map is you can build them pretty much anywhere. There seems to be a whole variety of places we can put them. And I'll just wait for these guys to finish. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have our point anyway, which is going to go into armor making. So we're going to have to get a couple more businesses this way, which I can prepare. I have no problem with that. I want 2 in here if I can. There's 2. Cool. There's our next 2 businesses, which are going to be armor makers. And I think we're slowly getting our crossbows in now. Lovely. Exciting. And then we can sell the excess of crossbows when we've got more. And there's our full settlement increase as well. So let's go on in. I know what I'm doing anyway. It is kind of tempting to go ahead and get this instead of the mail armor, but this is just going to bring us so much money. And we can just use that for mercenaries. So I'm going to go down that route. I think we've got our supplies of food that we're going to need anyway. Let's just quickly check the markets as well. So we're going to need a granary one, which I'm going to upgrade actually and make sure that is high priority. And then we're going to need, I believe, one in the storehouse with an upgrade. That should cover everything. Leaves us with enough families. And then as the next ones come in, we'll make sure that there's enough to handle all of our jobs, which is looking good actually as we thaw out. Just going to get rid of one of these crossbow. Actually, just get rid of 2 of the crossbow units so we can fill one at a time. Means we have an army if I want to take this one a little bit sooner, which is something I definitely want to do. I think I can now probably turn this off. Let's have a look here. Clay is gone. Let's go ahead and bin off the clay thingy. But all in all, we're actually going to be really good now. Oh man, it's great how much has bumped up. Quick, rapid succession of progress there. And honestly, I was thinking about getting that second brewery, but I might use this one as an armor shop. Armor maker. It just makes sense. I can get another brewery, worst case, if I need it. But honestly, 1 family in here and 1 brewery is crazy with just the 10 barley. So much better than it used to be. Almost makes it redundant to have to make them yourself, though, the ale. Unless you can. But yeah, there is no real reason to, from what I'm seeing. Just going to get another one in there. It's got a notification saying wild animals have migrated. I think I've just pushed them back a tiny bit. Why is that? It's a bit random. It wasn't my road, because I didn't go into the circle. It's actually moved into my road instead of anything. You can push them more this way anyway. If I build through here, it should push them that way. I don't want them to push this way. I don't know. I'll leave them for now. Something we can deal with later, because the meat is a nice little prop-up of food anyway. And you'll see now that the honey is soon taken over as one of our main ones. Obviously, fish is back now, so I can turn this back on. And we can fish that to our heart's content. There is no real desire other than army value to upgrade these, if I'm honest. And it sounds silly, but we're going to want... Are we making these now? Let's go for the mail armor first. So we're just going to try and make 20 mail armor on that armor shop as well. So our units should start to get them in pretty quickly, as long as they're in tier 3 houses. The main food source, though, is we're going to be relying on apples soon. So it's just going to be a growth of that. We just need to get to that point. Let's go with an upgrade over here. We've got 2 coming in over there, haven't we? All right, Royal Tax is officially on us. We have hit it. We have hit it. I believe Royal Tax comes the moment you hit Large Town then. So if you put off Large Town, you can save up a load of cash. I'm pretty sure it is. It's all down to the Large Town size. I just need to keep a close eye just to make sure the ale is good. But it seems with the overstock on here, we're fine. And there are so many houses waiting to go to tier 3. I'm just not going to do it. They're slowly but surely cutting through this as well. So I think I might commit. We've got 9 house spaces. Do you want to commit to a couple more orchards, though? And I think we just go crazy with them. I just get 3 going along there. And as soon as we get a couple more in, I'm going to go ahead and commit to taking this side next one as well. I'm just going to see what we can commit to trade-wise now. So we are not exporting small shields. So let's go ahead and get an export of small shields. Now we've got loads in stock. So I'm going to keep 10 as always. And then we'll just get those going. Sidearms I should be able to do as well. So let's get that one open. And we'll keep 10 of those as well. So we should... This obviously cost us quite a bit, but we've got enough for the tax anyway, is the way I'm seeing it. And we'll have more than enough to keep that going now as well. Look at that honey now. Oh, it's beautiful. Prop me up. I think it's time to commit to a 3rd trading post now. And now that we've got rid of that, there's space in there. Trying to keep it as close to these guys as possible. Let's just check in, make sure we're good. I think Granary may need one more family in, so let's commit one to that, just to keep them happy. And army is up to 7 on the crossbows now. That's awesome. Here, so we're going to check in, and I think I'm going to hire someone. And it might be the good old Wayward Sons. I do love the Wayward Sons. They are my favourite. These light mercenary infantry would come in handy, but the fact that we have 2 extra bowmen are great. So I'm just going to grab them. Where are they? That is the question. Okay, they've shown their face pretty well over here, so we'll get them kind of out here ready. Because the raiders, if you didn't know, they only seem to be coming from over here, which is great. So they only come from one angle as well, so you can kind of set that up defensively to deal with that. So we've got those guys in. We'll prep that ready. We are on year 6, 261 families, so all is looking fab. Let's leave those crossbowmen for this fight, and let's take the guys out. And honestly, we're going to lay claim. And we'll hotkey them all up as well. We are good. Let's get those moved there. Yeah, money should be flowing good. We were opening up the trade routes. We are pumping through pretty much every resource here. And as the families come in, we'll be making them over here as well. We'll get helmets in this one when it's upgraded. And we've got an extra couple that we can get in here as well. All right, we are ready. So let's go out. The first thing we're going to do is claim this bad boy. It's time for the fun. Yeah, buddy. Earl hard. Let's do it. Lemonhead is taking this bad boy. And the gauntlet has been thrown. We are ready. So, I think he's going to come... Well, where's he going to come from? Oh, hello. That's different. Was not expecting that. I have no idea why you're allowed to come from that way, but we have got you covered. No worries. So we're just going to form a line along here, I think. I'll keep those in there. And get these in there. Where is the... I should probably check this. Okay, it is over here, so as long as we're in. Interesting that they're going that way, though. So let's have a look. I don't think they can come up round the back. So they do have to come at this front point. So yeah, in front of these rocks should be good. So actually, we can widen this a little bit further. Apparently the battle begins. So I think we get the archer squads over the side of here. Let's get you tight in there. You're actually going to come more angular through there, I think. We should have the range on these guys. If we pull forward a bit, we should be able to shoot. Yeah, they're shooting anyway, so you stay there. You stay there. We'll let these just kind of pop at them. They have a huge army. No idea why they have such a big army, but we do have the heights, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's get these guys. They're all braced, aren't they? We'll have you braced and then pushing in. Let's turn this a little bit more. And we should be killing some of these archers at some point. Come on, Wayward Sons. We'll get them on missile alert. Okay, we killed one. Should start taking some of their numbers. We have the height, so there should be a severe advantage to this. Why are they not coming? They don't fancy it, do they? We're losing units too. Move them forward a tiny bit. Spread these out. We go all day with the arrows. We'll take you out. You have 3 squads, but we have the height. They are hurting us, though. Wonder if we can... it'd been cool if we could have grabbed them from behind. We could get our crossbowmen in from behind, but they'll all turn on it no doubt. So, we'll just have to go for a while on this until they push up, I guess. We're losing quite a lot, though. Let's move them over this way. Wayward Sons. Wow. Okay. This is very different. They have not normally behaved like this. They normally just come straight at us. And they're not even in... Why has the zone moved? I don't understand why the zone has moved. Alright, looks like we are going in. I'm going to have to go forward. See if we can do something here. And we'll get these guys. Hopefully we can route one of these. Get these guys to shoot on those temporarily. And we'll get these turned this way. With these flanking this way. You guys still okay on the hill? Honestly, if I get them to maybe shoot on some of their melee ones, we've pretty much wiped that unit, though, which is what I want to do first. They have taken an absolute beating. Oh, well. Wayward Sons are expendable. Still can't get over why their army was so big, though. Pretty crazy, actually. Right, let's get these guys shooting on them. Kill them. Kill them. Quick sprint. Just quickly hack through that little archer guy there. And then come back. It's one unit. They're going to lose these Wayward Sons. Okay, here they come. Good. I'll get them just to shoot on that then. We should be able to collapse on this a little bit if we brace here. Could probably sprint down the hill, but I don't want to come too close. If they're going to send one at a time, that's no problem. What I'm going to do is use these. I'm going to bring these up that way. I'm going to get those in on their full sprint. And those in on there as well. I'll try and wipe this one out. The other guys aren't there yet, and then I'll bring these up. Get you guys back up this way. We'll see what we can do here. See if we can wipe that nice and early. We have a little bit of armor on as well, so we should kill them pretty quick. What I need to do, though, is get a sprint on with these and make sure we can cut these off. Cool. They got some big numbers there. I have to peel off with that one. Get these guys shooting on. Oh, wow. Have to draw those away if we can. How are we doing? Let's get them pushing. We're probably going to lose this fight, and I haven't ever seen a fight go like this from the enemy, and I don't know why they have so many units either. Very confused by that. It's like they bought all the mercenary units beforehand. That will be a lesson learned, that this map, well, they've obviously changed the fighting. We've completely lost this fight, which is crazy. The battle area changed, which has never happened before. Oh, well. I guess it's the first time for anything. There is no point. We have lost, so we'll let everyone just kind of break, and you guys can have the battlefield then. We're going to be pretty low on population until they all replenish for a month, so we'll just kind of wait. Pretty crazy, because we were armored too. You can all go. You can have the battle. No, peace has been declared, so you lot can disappear. Thank you. Go away. Wow. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe the AI has got better. He has a lot of troops, though, for this early on. That's kind of weird. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we killed an archer. 11 squads. And we only had 7. 11? Unfair. I'm sure there'll be a lot of you telling me what I did wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong. It's never normally like that, and I've played plenty of runs, and that has never happened before, so we'll take it as a painful loss. Alright, a couple more days, and they should be back now. That is hilarious, man. I don't have the Wayward Sons anymore, so I can't pay them. They're dead. What are you on about? It hasn't gone, so hopefully I still don't have to pay them. And it looks like all the mercenary units have now gone, so it's like when you go to war, they just buy them all. Maybe I should have grabbed more. Oh, well. Right, we've almost got all the ones buried, and I can hear all the family members coming back now, so we're fine. Now, in other good news, though, our regional wealth is increasing quite well. That is a really good thing. At least we can replenish and refight. And I should be able to bring this up a lot. The problem is now we don't have enough influence to even try and take it again. I still can't get over that, though. That was a lot of units that came out. That was like end game units. Hey, in other news, though, look at this. We have serious amounts of apples now. The honey fish is good. Eggs are ticking over nicely. The only thing that's slowing is the meat, actually. I could probably get 2 in the hunting camp. We have enough to do that, and I've just been upgrading all of these. There's a lot, but it's for the storage of apples, so should be fine. And I will continue to try and get this maxed out again. I'm just going to spend it all. We'll get enough. If we go into the minus, we go into the minus on what we owe. It shouldn't be a problem. We're getting about 100 a month here. And I'll keep the tithe going anyway, just to try and get this up. All right, as much as I do need to open a new trade route now. Now, we're eventually going to be able to do the mail armor, but I also, the one thing I want to do is we can get the metal parts selling. So these bad boys, we can say export. we can say export to, we'll say keep 10 so we can actually make the crossbows, but the rest we will sell. We're getting good money in, so let's just utilize that even more. So let's sell the excess. We've got 3 full marketplaces of families now, so it's all looking good. And food and fuel is looking good as well. We're in the winter and we still have the good amount, so everything is actually fine. We're pretty much back up. I've got another crossbow unit in here, but all of these are pretty much replenished. And I'm slowly buying in these guys as well. You can see our treasury is going up 122 a month. So we've got more than enough to pay for the king's tax. And I thank you for that reminder. I do have a well in here, which I'm going to turn off and turn that off pause and let that actually be built. I completely forgot about that one. I'm upgrading all of these chicken houses here so our army can wear the mail armor. Because a lot of them may have to have gamesons, so I need to make sure all the houses are being upgraded here. Alright, let's take a look. We got a good amount of leather. Let's go ahead and change the cobbler shop now to make 90 shoes. And what we'll do is open up, hopefully, a shoe trade as well. I think that's commodities. It's going to cost a little bit, but I think it's worth doing. So we don't need more than, to be honest, 50. And let's open that trade route. We've got more than enough to do it. And this is going to snowball, hopefully, our money as well. So let's get any extra sales of that going. And I'll continue to lick my wounds as we go through. We've almost got enough, though. We've got plenty of houses, and it should be flying up on families as well. So I am going to let it run a couple of months just to get those back in. And that is unfortunately the end of us seeing the mercenaries here. So the only way we could have done it is if I hired all 3, actually. Alright, just bringing you back in to show you we have some serious wealth coming in now. I have just been letting it build. So we've got the 3 crossbowmen just coming in. And as you can see, there's helmets coming in instead. So because of our houses not being upgraded, I flipped 2 helmets to make sure they get all of those. So the rebuild is here, baby. We've got a much bigger and better army, and we will have. And I've been slowly upgrading the retinue because the amount we're getting in is pretty good. As you can see, we are over halfway through the upgrades as well, and I'm going to take that down to around 300, which, there we go, and it says 310. It's gone up. That's fine. We're making quite a bit. If I scroll up, we're making 203 per month. Look at these apples now. When they come in, man, the apples is even going to get even more. So I've got 3 apple ones down here. They're only just getting in there, so that's really cool. Let me get that one upgraded as well. We're slowly but surely filling all these houses. I've got a few more that need to be filled over here. But as you can see, these are tier 2 ready to become other things. And I can get one more armor workshop making the mail armor. And then once that one's upgraded, I can go again. We've also got this one that is needs to be upgraded to level 2 that I can also get in as well. I've got plenty of families, so we're fine. Just thinking about getting in maybe another one. And we could potentially start selling a little bit of honey. So I might get in one more trade post. And honestly, I think it can go here next to the other one. And there we go. The registry has changed now. So I think we've paid it all. So I can go through and just get these last ones kind of done. Now this upgrade alone can take on 2 to 3 units. So it's going to be good. We will try again. We've been paying the tithe and we did kill 1 bandit camp, so influence is enough. But yeah, I'm going to wait until they're full before we even attempt it. And then we're going to have to say no to any mercenaries now, unfortunately. So it is what it is. We just need a few crossbows. I could flip the other one. We're making enough money to flip it if I want. So I could put them both on crossbows. Let's do that. And I did make another bloomery, so I'm going to get 2 in there as well. Because we've got way more iron than we have slabs. And that's going to slow down production if we don't get it. So I've got another 2 smelting over there. And then everything's just building so quick. It's crazy. Get a horse in. And let's fill this one up. And honestly, we're pretty balanced on everything. So I can actually consider upgrading these guys where possible as well. And that just means we'd have more armored troops. So I want to make sure we get these ones done over here first, though. And that armor's workshop in here. Let's go for the mail armor this time. So we'll make sure there's a reserve of 10. And we'll make those mail armor so we can get those in. We can buy gamisons for the rest of them. But I don't know what I'm doing with this one, actually. Honestly think another bow's workshop. And I'm going to put it on normal bows. We can just speed this one up. But we've got 2 making the crossbows now. So it shouldn't be a problem. And the armor's coming in is a big deal. So that's really good. I'm just going to turn up the ale a tiny bit, the barley. So we're going to go up to 15 now. We're making more than enough money. And I've put 2 in the malt house. I think this one I still will make a brewery, so we'll have the 2. We have the families to accommodate as well, and I can get the last horse in for the trading post, and we should be fine. Money should still roll in massively. And I've got 3 families in here now with a decent overstock, so we should be fine. We just got to wait for them to distribute it, really. We have the ale in the pantry, as you can see. So yeah, just a case of waiting for them to kind of get it all in, really. I'm just turning the tax down to 4% now. We're going to half it for the extra happiness. We don't need to be taking this much now. We are fine. Now, this next fight shouldn't be so bad. Hopefully, we killed off some of the mercenary units that they did buy, so it shouldn't be a problem. I think that's what happened. And we will have then our retinue after we get this one up and running, so it'll kind of snowball us anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're almost there. We are at this now, so just need waiting on a handful of population and some crossbows until we're maxed out here. And I've just seen we don't have that much space. We probably need to now consider getting them up. Now, the 2 breweries I don't want to upgrade to the tiers that we said. But some of these I can continue to get the upgrades in for the blacksmiths here. Let's start with those 2. Just to give that extra 1. And then, honestly, apples and veg are pretty good. So we're fine there. I'm just thinking we've got these ones kind of ready to be upgraded to tier 3 when we can as well. Now, all of a sudden, the ale's kind of nosedived, even though we've got ale in, if that makes sense. So we've got constant flow of malt in there. But I think it might just be down to the sheer amount of people we might need in granaries. So I'm just going to bump those numbers up. And that 4th food variety in the winter is going to slowly become an issue when the fish and meat disappear. So we do need to be careful. We have some in stock, but yeah, we have 4 with the eggs, but it's just not enough. And we have upgraded rapidly. So worst case is we could potentially top up. Just keep some food coming in. I mean, quite cheap, right? And then when we've got another settlement, we can force it that way anyway. So I could just kind of like import eggs. Just get some eggs on the go, why not? So they always keep those kind of topped up for us. And then hopefully the ale will go out eventually. We definitely have it there. It's just a case of whether it's going to distribute across to them at all. I'm just chucking in a few more houses now. I'm going to get in more eggs just to balance it. So in the summer, we should be able to get it going a little bit more. I just checked the dropped amount. We do have fairly good amount of food anyway. Veg, apples and honey are always going to be fine now. It's just getting that 4th one in. Now, the happiness really doesn't matter when they're upgraded past that point. It's just what I don't understand is the more people we put in here, the less efficient it is. It's really weird. So I don't know whether we try and get one more tavern in just to see if it does anything. My guess is no, so I'm just going to play around. I feel like having 3 families or 1 makes no difference in the tavern at all. And all our further away ones just don't seem to be grabbing ale anyway. Alright, there is a slight uptick by having 3 over 1 family in here. I am seeing it go up. So we're hovering around 40% with 1 family. So you'd expect that to kind of scale per family, right? So you'd expect 2 families to be around 80% now. So the 3 families should take us back to the 100. It might just take a moment, but it looks like it's working. It might have just been a little bit bugged. I just need it to get over to these, to be fair, and then I can get them upgraded. There it is. Oh, we ain't got any more roof tiles. Oh, well, I used them all. Interesting. It's time to... Oh, that's expensive unlock. All right, we'll do it. Kind of just get 8 in. They're quite expensive to get in. I can get you upgraded after. Yeah, that makes sense then. It is going up. So we should hit the 100% again. I did change the overstock to 15 as well and put a couple extra people in the granaries. So I don't know. That might be stuck around there. Oh, no. There we go. 97. 100. Okay, so we do have enough. Just seemed to be a little bit buggy. But it's fine. Right, if I look then, we are getting a lot more in with the mail armor. I'm just seeing if... What I'll do is go to the full numbers, see if we need to get any more. And then I'll just buy in Gamesons. But if I can get them all to tier 3, it shouldn't matter anyway. So it should be a pretty hefty kind of thing. So if we just have a look here, we are just shy now. Everything else looks fine. It's a shame you can't say only put tier 3 into the army, if that makes sense. So it will just grab from the tier 1 and tier 2 homes. And obviously I'm not upgrading the 2 breweries because I've heard can be a little bit buggy. So I'm just upgrading the other ones around it. There we go. We can get these up. Should have got that one as well, but that's fine. This whole row looks awesome. And just so you're aware, I did build the second well and max it out so we can fit 100 houses, no problem. We're only at 46 anyway, but we're fine. Now, most of our army should be from tier 3s now. So we should see pretty much all of them with mail armor and the helmets coming in as well without even having to buy them. Money's still looking good. We are obviously topping up our eggs, and we should have the apples in. As they just run out, we should get a bunch more coming in. But if I click this one, we do have an overstock on our markets. There's plenty in. Just the fish just don't seem to be coming back. Or we're just harvesting them so fast, you know. So yeah, I might need to upgrade my breweries, guys, because if I look here, see this? So they need a couple of helmets, but they can't have mail armors because they're tier 2 and they're in our army, which is kind of annoying. So I might test the waters and upgrade one, see if it breaks the ale stuff here. And if it does, I can destroy them. It's fine. We've got a whole bunch of families in over here anyway. Look, as those apples come in as well. Let's change it. Look at them rolling in. And there is so much for them to pick as well. Gotta be careful of, obviously, spoilage as well. But I don't know if more apiaries is the play. What have we got? We've got 4, 8, 9. But I feel like we could go more. I don't know. We got a good amount of firewood and food, though. So we're fine anyway. Fuel is on 14 months. So I'm going to test the upgrade here, guys, and just see if they are going to work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I need them upgraded for the army purposes. So if I go in general, you can usually tell. So this one doesn't have an army, so I can leave this one. Oh, it does, actually. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to need to upgrade this one as well. It needs... See, they're requesting Gamerson. If we upgrade it, they'll request mail armor or Gamerson. So we do need to get them done. All right, breweries are upgraded, so wish me luck. That one's been upgraded now. These are the last houses with armies in. That are, yeah, see, now it says mail armor instead of Gamerson, so that's what they'll want. It's important to get that, because that is how we beat the enemy. And based on that last fight, I'm going to need every bit of help I can with that mail armor. And then once we're maxed out, we can start selling the rest of the mail armor as well, making money. And then in turn, we'll trade that for more food. We could probably do this with just the one settlement anyway. So no, it looks nice though. We'll do nearly 400 pop, this is, and it's quite compact. Alright, let's check to make sure... Right, iron ore then. I reckon we could go ahead. And I'm going to get one more in the mining pit now. Let's see if that's going to go, because I've just checked and we have more iron slabs than iron ore. So we could probably just mine the hell out of this, actually. We've got the family, so why not? I think we're almost here on these guys, though, which is good. The joiner shops as well. What have we got? 3, 5. Joiner, upgrade. So we'll just pause this. We've got iron parts. We've got spears. We got tools. I'll let the other ones finish. Okay, we got war bows. Let's flip you to crossbows. War bows. We've got 2 of those going. Almost there. I should be able to bin, hopefully, one of these now. Right. Oh, their little 7 units are going to go fight them. I was wondering when they'd move. Let's see how well his 7 spear units fare. Well, they died instantly. Right, we are in place ready anyway, so we'll line up just here. And then we'll get our crossbowmen just on the edge of the hill there. I should be able to spread these pretty thin across here, actually, so they have to attack us. And then crossbowmen, let's get them a little bit further out. And then we hopefully can turn and shoot on them from the side. And we're going to enjoy it as they come through the trees and take a load of my wood. And arrows. Oh, get out of here. Oh, 2 down in the river. Now, before we let them clash, let's go defensive here. We're actually going for our swordsmen, which is fine, actually. We'll bring these guys over here. Get them to sprint. These guys are going to go straight push back. This is going to be crazy death for them on this hill. And we'll leave these kind of just doing that. These archers will get in on that. And we'll just soak in. Come on, get a flurry off. They're taking too long. Another unit coming. Get them, boys. We have to soak it all in as much as I can because we didn't do that well in our last fight. Get these over here. They're dead either way. So speed it up. Good, easy fight to start the one. So the plan for today is to finish off getting all of these fully up. So our production is going to be crazy now, by the way, because we have all of these and all of these. So yeah, quick reload. I wonder if that's the same for the breweries as well then. So we got rid of them. The tier 3 breweries weren't working, but it seems to be okay now. I think what I'll do is just change these. Are you really pressing claim on mine here? That's not... You cheeky sod. Okay. I'm going to let those replenish and get full. And then we're going to have to grab everyone out. We have a full army now, which is good. I have no idea where they're going to be, so I'm just going to bring my guys out. And we're going to resolve the claim. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Well, we don't want to repeat it last time, do we? They're going to come in from over here. See what they've got. We have 3 crossbowman units this time, though. They shouldn't be too bad. The reason I'm going over to the circle, by the way, guys, is if you don't, then a second wave will come. So I am going to attempt this hill once more. I'll probably do it here, though. Alright, battle begins. So we are in place. It's not a big one, so we should be fine. Let's get these in a more middle kind of ground area here. We'll get those in with that. Bring these this way. I may even just spread these pretty thin in the middle. Hopefully over here, actually, behind those. And then the third archers will get over here. And we're already firing in on their retinue that's coming in, and they are 34 already. Let's get these braced. Probably keep those pushing forward and those pushing forward. But that is a big loss for them straight off the bat there. Oh, and it's gone. That's more like it. That is more like it. Right, let's get these guys, I think. How far can they shoot? Seem to be able to reach them as they're running in anyway, so... Right, we get those shooting on that one, those shooting on that one, those shooting on that one. Let's see how much damage we can do to these. I'll get these ready with a sprint, so we are going to sprint straight into them, and we're going to go for the same there. I'm going to clash on those. I'm going to bring these round, and then those into there. Boom. Good clash. Good clash. And these lot, I'm just going to get on the archers here. Get those pushing forward. Those sprint down the hill should have been a pretty deadly blow to these anyway, so I have no problem with that. And we'll go like this. Go, go, go. Oh, I've broken them all anyway. Good job. That's more like what I expected the fight to go like. And there it is. I think we win. Beautiful. I think we only lost a couple, and I will replenish these ASAP. And I'll get that one replenished, so let's buy you. Upgrade. Alright, all in all then, we should be pretty good. Ale is coming back in slowly, but I'm just looking, and I've put them all up now. We should be making quite a bit of money. We have an incredible amount, but we have enough food to feed them all anyway, so it's not a problem. We can just have the extra production. No problem at all. I just need to make sure that my soldiers are getting the armors in, which they are. There's plenty of helmets and mail armors coming in, so that's fine. And what I need to look at is these are soldiers, so I need these to become tier 3s, so we definitely need that ale coming in. I'm going to attempt to change this one back to a brewery now and see if that works. We're going to have, like, just out-of-this-world production, which is fine. I can trade some of the money for that. I don't want to upgrade this one. I'm just going to leave it. But I'll see where I'm at, because I'll know in a couple more months how much more. So once the helmets hit 36 on each, we'll know how many behind we are on mail armor without having to click in. It would be nice if I could just check via this, right? But it doesn't, there is no way to show you, unfortunately, at the moment, as far as I'm aware, anyway. And I see crafting on the tier 3 now, so yeah, reload seems to do the job, so we should have some pretty good ale distribution coming again really soon. Now, the one thing we're missing now is planks, so I'm going to go ahead and see if we can up that work right there. Alright, so ignore my frantic panicking in the last one. We are good. We are good. The tier 3s are now working as expected, so don't jump the gun, just reload the game. And because we've got an ungodly amount of thingies now, going to get an ungodly amount of Bowyer's workshops, I'm going to go ahead and grab in another saw pit here, and we'll get that made. But we're making some really good money here. And look at that, we have... Yes, another mercenary come. I'm going to take these because we can afford them like you wouldn't believe. Look at that. Come on over. We can afford you. No problem. I'll leave them here. So we're going to have a pretty big army for our next one, which makes me very happy. What are they then? Light mercenary infantry. So sword and board. And then we got shield. Light mercenary spearmen. And one more archers, which is good. So we'll bring those guys over. Should be pretty nice. Oh, look at that. They can do a shield wall. There needs to be hotkeys for these, man. They can also do the shield wall. Alright, the block value of immediately adjacent allies is added to each soldier's own block value. Slows the unit down significantly. So on brace, you could hit the shield wall, and anything around it will get an extra value. I didn't know that. Alright, let the planks roll, baby. Right, let's see if we can get a few upgraded, because there's some in here that we need to sort. I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade these actually after as well, because I know I can just reload. And we'll have some crazy production. And when they hit their limit, we should be fine. To be fair, I should probably change one of the blacksmiths. How many did we kill off? We've got 3 blacksmiths there. Have we got any more over here? 1. What are you making? So you're making small swords. You're making tools. You're making iron parts. And you're being upgraded. I think that one might be doing spears. Thinking about opening a polearm trade, but I think we're actually doing all right on these anyway. How's our iron and stuff looking? Really good, isn't it? Yep. Ale is fantastic now. We have 87. It's coming right up again. Let me just check. This one, yeah, is doing spears. So if we get one more blacksmith in doing polearms, I think we're fine. I'll see if I can squeeze one in over here. I can. Perfect. Let's get one in. Panic over. And I will say I feel pretty comfortable now with these extra 3 units anyway, so you know, it'll be pretty fun. Easy takeover, hopefully, this today. We've got 5k, so we've got enough to take 2 if we want. We'll see how well this fight goes. And let's keep a close eye on resources in the food kind of front as it gets a bit colder. I might get a couple more veggie plots as well. Let's go ahead and keep this going down here. So I think let's get some nice chunky ones down this way. Oh, I think I'm on top of the river there. Don't seem to be allowed to build over here. Okay, let's go this way then. So with that brewery working just fine, I'm going to go that one to tier 3 now, and I can go ahead and get these guys done. I think Bowyer ones we didn't get rid of, so just want to get them upgraded because money is power. I'm fairly certain the guy has these other mercenary units, so we're not going to be able to grab them anyway. Alright, looking like most have helmets, most have mail armor, so I'm pretty happy that it's time. It is time. So we are once again going to be attempting this. And I'm going to bring them all up. I'm hoping this time we can fight on that hill. But let's see how we go. I'm going to lay claim to this one. It's a bit naughty that they're allowed to come in through this way, though. I think they should have to come from this way that they own, right? But anyway, I'll let the money build. As you can see, it's going up really, really nicely. We are just going crazy with sales, as you can see. We're making plenty to be able to afford them anyway. So let's get these guys lined up. All right, we got a pretty big line and we've got all these guys up. So let's go out to the map and we are going to take this one this time. This is vengeance for the last one, man. And we are in it, so there should be no problem. Let's get it. And here they come. Right, how big is it? First row. Shouldn't be as big because we killed some of their units last time and they can't afford more because they haven't been there. Doesn't look like it's big at all, actually. Ugh, it's typical. I've got an absolutely humongous army, fully geared, and you guys aren't ready for it. Oh, this should be really fun. I'm going to bring these a bit differently here then. Let's fill this gap here. The huge line across the hill. Yep, they don't have many. It looks like they may come straight through the trees, so this is going to be pretty deadly for them. There's going to be a lot of arrows raining down on them, so... And so it begins. We fight in the rain. I can't see who you're shooting at, but well done. Come on, up the hill you come. Oh my word, that is too many arrows. That is pure death. Come on then, we're ready. Flash of steel, baby. Right, we're just going to spend this now. We're going to go push forward. And you guys come round here. Get in on that. Oh, wow. I'm going to get those guys to sprint in. And clash. I'm going to get these guys to turn on the archers. The number 5, if you turn there, you guys spin that way. And you guys line up ready. That was easy. I don't think we lost a single unit yet. They do have archers, so let's make sure we're obliterating them. Block of geese. Do you want to get that one? Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, their archers just obliterated, and these just going to go down right now. Going to get these guys to sprint in. Flash. Good run down the hill there. I think effectiveness, pretty easy kill. There's going to be a lot of bodies to bury when we take over this zone, so we're not going to build instantly. It is May, so we're going to line it up properly. There we have it. Let's send these guys back. There we go. Right. Let's keep these guys out of sight for a second. Let's get all these guys back over. So I can disband them. Very, very straightforward that time. That's how it should have been. Don't know why they had so many units last time. It must have been a huge anomaly, but it is what it is. I don't know why they're so tired. And in the background, we were still able to make a lot of money. There's a lot of dead bodies on here. Have I still got someone? I do. I got someone in the corpse bit. I think a lot of the bodies might be on this one. So we're going to need a tent. Let me just have a look what we are working with. Is there farmland on this one? Tiny patch. We could potentially... There's enough for 3 or 4... 4 farms in there, maybe? We could squeeze some more up there if we wanted to, but... Don't know. Just need enough to get to Manor House, so we've got stupid amounts of people. We're very close to be maxing out mail armor on everyone. So we got to find the house. That's what I need to do. So this one is one of them. That's another one of them. Let's get those upgraded. Although if my militia die, they do replenish from the other houses as well, which is really good. Having a full geared armor, man. Fully geared by year 10. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I think we're going to go on to take this one as well. We almost do have the army if we wanted to kill this one now. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that one. I might just go fight. And I think it's time for a 3rd bloomery now. They are struggling to keep up with the demands of our wonderful miners. So let's get that in. All right, it's time. Let's get everyone together. Let's go fight once again. So I'm going to stand pretty central because I have no idea where they're going to come from. So we're going to claim it. And we're going to see. So my guess, they should come from this way, but I never know. All right, it's over here. So yeah, we could stand here and fight them on this big hill. But honestly, if we're not in this, they're going to send a second wave, which is a bit annoying. So I think we're going to do a bit of open field warfare here. And are we at the disadvantage? No. If we go along this front here then. I'm going for a bit of a protective shield against what would be my soldiers, my archers each side. These are going to be the flanking archers this side. If they decide to push it this one, we can collapse in on them as they come. So they're probably going to come up this hill. So turning, I want to try and stay in the circle as much as possible because that's just how the game kind of works. But actually, now that I see what's happening here, I can just bring these out. And so the battle begins, baby. Take a look. Oh, the scenery. The absolute scenery. And if we were a soldier, we would not even be seeing the units until we pass this brow of the hill. And that is when the archers unleash. Coming now. Oh, I love it. What I love the most is the archers really slow down the pushes as well. Look at this. That should start to really obliterate that one squad there. And we got some really good crossfire on it. Yep, they seem to be coming around. This is perfect. And brace for clash. And they are ready. You're going to come around here. And I'm going to get a bit of a sprint on that. I'm going to force those with a sprint. Those with a sprint. And I'm just going to pause it up a second. I'm going to bring these over. I'm going to get that one unit to shoot on there. Those two to shoot on that. And then these guys probably going to come around. You guys push on that one. Let's get them pushing now. That full sprint on that was incredible, man. And these guys are going to go in on that. And the full flank is here. One unit broken. None lost there. Perfect. Let's get the archers on that one. Let's bring these guys back. All three shooting that. You guys over here. Sprint them out the way. No drama. They can't get shot then. And all of these just unleash. I think we did that without losing a single unit. Well, we'll see in a moment when these decide, yeah, they're pushing up. That's perfect. That's what we wanted. Run up my units all you want, but you're going down, baby. Oh, the flurry. And there it is. Not a single unit lost. And then there was one more region to go. Now, not taking that yet. We don't actually have enough anyway, but the plan is to build up these a little bit anyway. I want to just have so many. If I have more retinue, I can get rid of these units and have more archers, and I think that just for fun, you know. I may have accidentally just dismissed my units that I paid for, so we've got to wait for next month. Hopefully they'll be there. I hope so. That's kind of annoying. What we'll do then, let's go ahead and just pause it up and start a really basic settlement over here. Now we're going to want to be pretty close. This one's going to be a good money maker actually as well for the clay, but we've got fish and meat, so no real reason for this one to go crazy. Definitely just needs to be on top of the hill though. And what we'll do is give them loads of resources. Yeah, we can afford it. Let's give them everything. We got loads of coin anyway. That's the beauty of this. And what I'll do is just bring in some really basic roads. And we'll probably go as close to the water as we can from there. I'm going to have a bit of a crossroads here. And really basic settlement. This one's going to be a bit more grid-like in thingy here. We're paused up. Let's go ahead. So we gave them 24 logs. This makes it really, really easy. Now, I don't think the dead bodies are here right now, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's start with just chucking in a well over here. Honestly, we won't have to assign anyone to the, what's it called either. So we're going to go for straight houses here. So I'm going to do 4 normal ones, and then here we'll have a nice double for a farmhouse. That's the houses. Let's go ahead and get these in marketplace. Let's put it... If I put granaries and stuff here, let's go in here. It won't let me build on here. Why? Go somewhere else. I don't know. What's your problem, man? Let's go here. Thank you. We'll just start a basic one there. Hopefully it lets me go there eventually. Anyway, we've got one. And then we'll have the storehouse and thingy over here. If I have them pretty close to the houses, it means they don't need to travel far for the carrots as well. And the eggs if we do them. So let's go for storehouse on highest, because why not? And then granary, let's go very high. And we give ourselves 50 stone as well, so it's really easy. That's enough timber. And we could probably get straight into making the planks. So we can have this up almost instantly. And I'm just thinking maybe over here, because then wood cutting, we've got a nice forest over this way. If I get that there. And then we'll have that one on medium. I think house-wise, we'll have that house on high. And let's just let it play. So we've got houses and markets in for now. There's no food source yet, so we will also get the hunter's camp in. And that will go nicely over there. And then a fisher's hut right there. So, shouldn't take long. We will also need to grab, to be fair, let's get the ox in as well. We can pre-order this one. Anyway. And then we can assign that over when needed. So it shouldn't take long for them to get stuff. There we go. They crack on. Hopefully we don't lose our resources. There we go. One straight in the storehouse to get all that moved. Didn't take long at all. Come on. They're getting soaked. Get the goods in. It's going to keep us good for ages, man. There we go. Granary. Let's hopefully not lose the food. That would be great. Then houses going in as well. I'm just try and get the happiness up as soon as I can on this one. And this is straight for a veg plot. And we've got loads of coin anyway, so I can grow for all sorts over here, which is great. I'm not signing a single thing over until we get the stuff done. I'm going to get the leather as soon as I can. Now, over here, I haven't quite decided, actually, what I want to do. Let me just double check what we're working with. think it's stone and thingy. So it's a pretty rubbish one, if I'm honest. And we got salt over there, which I won't be grabbing. So it makes sense just to probably go with something really simple once again and just grab honey or charcoal maybe. We could do some kind of trading. Orchards are always good as well though, aren't they? So I'm going to have to go with... Yep, let's go orchardry. Like I say, they are the strongest options. So, right, I think we've got our houses as well. If I take a quick look. Yep. So let's go ahead and get our planks turned up high. Maybe the food source to very high. And we're going to have problems with royal tax. So I want to get up as soon as I can to build the manor house. And this is planks and thingy. Really, really small village is all we need. So 2 level 2 burgage plots. So we just need a bit of clothing in, which won't take long. Clothing and variety of food. So, and look, we're already on the 50%. So as soon as we get one different food source in, that's the great thing about getting the houses up with that extra resources really early. And we still have 3 timber as well. So I'll get the logging camp done in a moment. I'm just going to start a couple of planks. All right, saw pit is in. I'm going to refrain from assigning... Actually, let's do it. Let's get 1 in there. What we'll do is say 2 timber. Let's go for 20 planks. And we'll have the logs coming in a moment anyway. So that'll be ready to assign just 1 family to it. Just get the planks in so I can get the tannery done. I also need to go ahead and get some of the leather from the hunting camp. But I will flick that one off once it's good as well. I love starting a new one. This one's completely stabilized, so I can just leave this to earn money. I did almost forget, though. We need to grab the flock of crazy geese once again. And we've got that one expanding for the extra 1 house slot. I also will need a couple of more houses in, so we'll go ahead. We don't have the logs yet. Chill, man. Getting excited. Right, did we get any of that meat in as well? Just going to let that go. What building do we need? We need the upgrade of that one, don't we? As we don't have the leather yet, or the thingy, let's get that unassigned. And we'll sort the storehouse in a moment as well. We've got the carcass in. Let's also now see, what do we need? 2 logs, 6 planks. How are we doing? We have 115, so I'm going to permanently assign 1 oxen to that one. Let's actually increase that hitching post so we don't lose it. And then probably get this one moved. I may even build 1 more. Saves my planks for the upgrade as well. And hide's coming in nicely now. That means meat's coming in. Lovely. Yeah, he's just stood there. Look. I'm not going to say the name. Now, I think... Why is it 6 planks? Very annoying. We cut 5 at a time, but it costs 6 to make this. Very, very annoying. I'm going to put it right here. And we officially have the extra family. So I'm going to leave them running at the moment. There we go. Perfect. So I can turn this storehouse back on now. We've got the 1 family running that. Get that one built. I think I'll chuck in a couple of eggs here. I know I've got the orchardry, but I can't do it yet. Let's get 2 of those. That leaves us enough for 1 large orchard house, which we can... let's go this way. And build it down the hill. Leave a nice big one there for it. And there we go. Boom. Let's get 1 orchardry there. Let's also get in a couple of smaller ones when we get the goodies. I think I can fit 3 more in here. Actually, you know what? Let's get 1 more oxen in, so that gives us 3. We're just going to have to build 1 at a time. And we've got 12 hides. We've got plenty of food. Let's go ahead and pause the hunter's camp, and let's get 1 in the tannery. That should be all we need to produce. To get these guys at least to level 2, and then we can get the church in as well. And then they'll be happy, happy people. And there we go. House is done. I'm going to waste that on the odd orchard, and we got it in just in time for the family as well, which is perfect. So we're left with 15. It's enough to get another one, but we've got loads of food sources that we'll be able to do now. I'm going to turn the fisherman's hut on for a second, just to stockpile a tiny bit more food for the winter. It's no problem anyway, but then we'll need the firewood splitter. And then we've fully established this bad boy as well. We just need 1 log over this way. Let's pop it here as well. There we go. And that is the only building left to do, I believe. And then it'll be on to the church when we've got enough people to manage it, which we'll be able to turn off in a moment in the fishery. I just want to make sure we have a good amount. We've got some eggs in as well, to be fair, so all is good. I'll get a couple more fish just to last another month's worth, and then I'll turn on the other one. Right, tannery can now go off, and that's going to be the one that gets put into the logging camp. I'll probably just fish till it freezes. Actually, that kind of makes sense. Right, now we're not building. We should see a lot of transfer happen from the oxen to the saw pit. Now, I am actually just going to permanently assign one to it anyway. And that way we will not have to worry about it and we'll get loads of planks in. I just want to quickly get the church in, which is now here. That would then mean... Oh, sorry, wrong one. We are in pretty much perfect condition. And I'm going to pop it up here. I think that's a good place. Because I'm going to put houses and more market here. And then up next it'll be the manor house, I think, which is planks and logs. And we'll want to get the extension to get those guys upgraded. And that's kind of the army we'll need, right? We have 2, so let's go ahead and turn the woodcutter's lodge on now just to get in a bit more firewood because we've got loads of food. And I think we can now go ahead and pause the fisherman's hut. And this settlement then is pretty good. We can go back to hunting if we need, but we've got plenty of food to keep it going just for a moment. And we've got the leather. So all should be happy over here. I think I'll go ahead and spend on one more egg. And this one can then, hopefully, I've already expanded, haven't I? So we'll be able to get apples in the next year as well. Probably for the best we come check over here. I've got something I can upgrade in there at least. I think we're full population over here. Look at our money. It's beautiful. I haven't even touched over here and I don't need to worry about it. The apples and veg coming in is just crazy right now. It's beautiful. I think all of these, yeah, if we get these guys upgraded here. I've just got a random house in the middle, but you can have it anyway. We'll get better storage on those. I think the ale is okay again, so we're fine there. We might need another one. But all is good. This settlement's huge. It's wonderful. It's glorious, baby. And the money coming in is just crazy. The only one I haven't done is pole arms, which... Let's just check the metal situation. We need to smelt more. We got 3. So, I think we need 1 more, and that would cover the amount we have in here. So, if I get 1 more smeltery... And then I'll probably just connect these up. They might be able to grab straight from there. Let's quickly check in on the other one. So we can officially upgrade. Let's go with the ones with the actual workers in it. And maybe one of them that isn't, so we can get shoes if we need it. But enough families now to turn the tannery back on when we want to. How's hunting going? That's down anyway, so let's go ahead and pause the hunter's camp. And let's turn the tannery back on. Let's make that into leather, baby. And the church is done. So we officially have everything we need in the second settlement now. And it's all looking really, really good. All right, this one here. What was I going to do? I think I'll go with another blacksmith. Because why not? This one here is going to be the... What's it called? And it looks like we've pretty much maxed out mail armor. That's going to be for pole arms. So I'm going to open up a trade route for the good old pole arms. 560, no problem. We make some serious dough anyway, so it's not a problem at all. I want a bit of a workers' tavern over this way, I think. So I'll get one in, and we'll try and populate that one. We have enough barley and stuff coming in. And if I look at the ale, we've got plenty. It just needs to be distributed a bit quicker. We're still going with all of the smelting like before. All right, so I think we've got enough. So family-wise, we've got just the 9 here. We've got a couple of spare slots coming in real momentarily, actually. But we need to decide what we're going to spend this point on. And again, there's not really anything I want. Like, we just get apiaries again? I genuinely... There is no reason to not get these 2. They are literally... So, my point, no matter what your start is, get orchardry, beekeeping, trade logistics, better deals, and then kind of play it by ear depending on this. So you could go down this way. That's 4 points. That leaves you with 2 more. I would suggest, basically, if you've got a deep deposit, get these 2. So you can just make loads of money. If you haven't got a deep deposit, and by the way, deep deposit, don't bother going for the deep mining. There's no point. You have too much anyway. You could go for charcoal burning and maybe sheep breeding. That would be my choice if you didn't have the deep mine. So I'd go charcoal burning, sheep breeding. At least then you'd get loads of wool and yarn to sell instead of the metal. And you'd also have the charcoal. But honestly, these 2 are the must. The others make no sense whatsoever because these just bring in too much food late game. And then you can buy and sell whatever you need. So yeah, I'm just going to go beekeeping again. Honestly, unless any of you can justify why any of the others would be any better, I'm all ears. But honestly, we are... Look, we've still got 1,700 in this deposit, right? And we are 11 years in. So it's enough to complete the game without even having to waste one of your points on it. And worst case is we'll already have stupid amounts of money if it runs out anyway, as you can see here. And we'll just flip to just selling all of the other wooden stuff. And we've got this blacksmith now in making the pole arms as well. So we're making every single trade item that we can with these. And we're exporting all of them, as you can see now as well. So plenty to money-wise to make anyway over here. So all good. And yeah, over here then, we're going to want to get in the manor house. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. Makes sense to get it over here as well, I think. So just going to pop it on the hill. And I'm going to add the retinue straight away as well when we can. So we'll commit to that hopefully once we got the planks. And we've hit the next point. So we're going to go... Actually, with this one, do I need to worry about anything? Probably not. We're still going to go trade logistics. So if we open trade over here, we can get that going as well. And we can sell... Because we've got this deposit here, nearly 4,000 clay, we can go ahead and hit that one as well. Just going to put the hunter camp back on. And yeah, we'll just make money from that. Should be fine. All right, the other tavern is done. So I'm going to hit an overstock on this one as well. And then I'm going to upgrade that one. So that's ready. Loads of money over here. Nearly just over that. We're going to get these done. So these are going to be vegetable plots. And we're going to expand these straight away. So we've got people living in them. And we've pretty much cut down every single tree you can think of over here. So logs are going to go a bit lower. But we've got this bit over here. What I'm also going to do is go ahead and get the foresters' huts over here as well. And we're just going to commit to wood probably down here, actually. And yeah, no drama with food in the second settlement now as well. So I'm going to also commit now. We've got one more house. So it's probably worth us getting yet another veggie plot. And I think I want to fill this one. There we go. And then we got the one orchard here. I could get in another one as well. But again, not sure. I might just get one more over here, actually. Same kind of length. And that brings in quite a lot more families here as well. There we go. Ale just completely fixed now. So I'll just fill those out. 2 of those. We've got 100%. Get these 2 in. You guys can kind of just plant. We'll have just both over here like that. That should cover everything, and then the logging camp will keep them going here. I had a couple of questions on whether you can wear the gameston under the mail armor, and the answer is no, you can't, by the way. So as you can see, if you click on a house where the armor needs to be, so for example, if we just come open this one, or one of these, they can only wear mail or gameston. You can't gameston. Sorry, I've been saying it wrong the whole time as well. Yeah, if you go into the resident here, you can see that they can't put them on here. They can only put mail armor on. Sorry, I always default to just going Gameson. I just can't stop myself doing it as well. I'm sorry about that. Look at this money. Oh, man. It's just every month it goes up by like 1,000 now. As you can see, second settlement has just got crazy food, crazy fuel. All looking good. We've been slowly adding people into these as well, so everything should be fine. We will need to obviously get the tier 2 church and stuff. And I can go ahead and get a clay pit built. Here's one I prepped earlier, just for you. And here we go. Manor house partly finishing off now, so I can get the extra thing. Let's commit that one now as well, so we can get that built. And what we'll be doing is we can actually... I'll just gotta wait for it to be built. I can do a tithe tax over here because we need 2,000 to finish the rest. So we're going to be producing quite a lot of food to give away over here. So if we just put like a 10% or something, shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to save enough for the orchard over here as well. These guys are getting pretty good. So 17, probably get a couple more upgraded because happiness doesn't matter too much. The tithe is going to make them a little bit unhappy, but that's okay. We'll get them upgraded so we can bring in a tiny bit more money. This is almost done, so we will have our very special retinue over here that we're going to be able to... Well, already done, actually. Spend all of our money. There we go, fully upgraded and looking good. So before it's even finished, it's allowed me to recruit the 24, which is kind of hilarious. But it's finishing now. Cool. We're looking good over here. All right, so this one's still going. I'm still building out anyway. For over 500 pops, not bad for this tiny little square at all, is it? It's looking really good, actually. I do really like this one. We've got a couple of houses to upgrade because there's still an outstanding probably 10 soldiers total that don't have mail armor. So we need to make sure, I think it's this house here, this house here, and then is there a couple of others? It might well be these ones down here. So I'm going to have to upgrade them. Well, when we get some planks. The second logging camp's almost grown back again as well, which is good. So honestly, it might be worth us just getting another forester in this side, because why not? And I'm going to expand their zone because we've got it just on that patch. Let's go something a bit wider. We've got enough families to start mining out that mining pit for those tiles. So we're going to grab that. And we're also going to get the mining pit. Let's just pop it here. It's quite far away, but it's fine. And then we will get a marketplace, a trading post, which is going to go just down here. And we'll start selling some roof tiles, make a little bit of money over here, hopefully. Food is really good over here anyway, and I'm hoping it should be... Yeah, look at these apples now. It's just insane, man. We need some more veggie farms, I think. But apples are just stupid money. Yeah, baby. Let's take over this. 3 more veggie farms in there. And let's also get these upgraded. So we'll see which ones have soldiers in. So that one does. That one does. That one doesn't. That one does. So we need to get that one and that one upgraded. And then all of our soldiers are fully kitted. And look at this. Every month we earn 354 in our own kitty at the moment through a 4% tax. I'm going to turn the tithe up to 4% now because I need to get to 2k. Land tax, I could probably go to 3% if I'm honest. Don't think the tithe makes them unhappy either. It's just the actual land tax itself. So actually I still need to do this one. What are we waiting on? Planks. Alright, we've got enough for our orchard, so let's get that going and expanded. Ooh, raiders, and they're already in our settlement. We'll literally just do it with these, I think. Let's see. Don't want them burning stuff down, so I might just get them out here. We got someone in our corpse pit, haven't we? Yep. Don't really want to fight in the streets, if I'm honest. I need them to get out here.
Prepare to fight as you are. Yes, sire. More.
Come on, guys. I want to get out here. I think we're managing to get out, actually, before they even have a chance, which is great. So, let's spread. Kind of giving them the hill, if I'm honest, but that's all right. We'll line up where they can't do it. We'll have a bit of a scrap. Come on, then. Look at them all walking through my garden. Oh, dear. I'll get them all defensive. It looks like we should be fine. Well, I keep saying this like it's going to matter. We are obviously geared up to the eyeballs, so it's fine. And once they're in, I can get them to push. Get these to sprint around. It's typical that they didn't go for the spearmen, though. And then we'll just clash straight in the back. Boom! Oh, we lost one. He's doing well. Even spearmen in the back are just great. Like, okay, done. Go on then. Nice, easy bandit raid to deal with, and that took us up enough. So I don't even need the tithe tax anymore. So we are good. The happiest settlement you ever did see. That's all I'm saying. And how are we looking over here? Food and fuel is 12 months. So we are ready to scrap, I think. So I need to get everyone kind of ready and up. I am ready to fight. All right, let's get them all out. We are fine. That one's still red, but why? It's 36, it's fine. Just a visual thing. We're going to head on over and stomp. What are we? We are December year 11. I absolutely love this map, by the way. I love that it's smaller. I'd like a one-on-one too. I'd love to get a 1v1 kind of map. You know what I mean? One settlement each. That's all you get. No mercenaries, that kind of thing. I don't know. Move everyone over. Now, part of me thinks I may even be able to fight on this hill. I don't know. It might be too much, but we'll see. Productivity is going to be pretty much non-existent whilst they're gone. But that's okay. In the background, we'll continue getting in the tiles. And then over here, well, people still moving in just fine. And let's glaze over the settlements as we fly. And look, the smaller settlement up on the hill there definitely feels like it's part of the same one now. Oh, that is a pathway with those trees there. I absolutely love walkways through trees. It's like one of my favorite things. And that takes us into ours, look. Oh, it's so pretty, man. And then over to this one. The small village on the hill. It's absolutely perfect. So my guess then, I'll start the fight. It's a pretty small zone. The obvious thing would be we can fight on this hill. And then try and flank round them maybe. We'll see. We'll throw the gauntlet either way and just see what kind of comes up. So we'll go for pressing claim over here. Let's get it in. And oh, it's on the hill. Yes, right. You've just given me. Right, you guys are expendable, so you are going to be in the tree line.
Advance! Forward! Fire! Advance! Yes! Fire! More! Yes! Yes!
Right, there we go. We'll get them all moved up. I'm keeping my 2 retinue ones just kind of back here if they need to. If they decide to flank, I'm going to leave the retinue to fight them. But just in a bit of a back line here so we can't be flanked. And then I'm just going to use everyone else. Holy crap, they've got a lot. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun and kind of scary. So we might need the retinue in. Now, main thing is, let's see how they split then. So it looks like they've got 5 that are going to come this way. So if I just do this, which I reckon my 48 retinue takes that out. Just because they're fully geared. I might be really wrong on that. And we're going to try and get these up as close as I can. Shooting in. So, get you in. These guys can't go any further, so we'll get them in the woods here as in a flanking position. And we shall brace. Everyone's ready. And here they come. The first unit is miles ahead and is probably going to be wiped out before it has a chance to do anything. They're pretty armoured though. Pretty heavy. Is that retinue? It's a spear unit. Okay. Let's game Bisons on. So the arrows shall begin. And that is a chunk going down already. We do need to keep an eye, but I want to watch the arrows rain because it's my favourite. Holy crap. Yep, that's 6 gone already. In the back as they run away. 7. Come on. Right, let's focus your fire. Let's get rid of this. Right, a good start. What have we got? So 3, 4 coming around the back. Okay, we're braced. We are ready. Archer's taking a bit of a beating, so I might get them to start shooting on these, actually. Let's turn those on these. They're going... Hold on, you're going too far forward. Why are they able to shoot up? Oh, it's because they got bows, right? These guys are going to come around. And we're going to get a push on you. Push. You guys come here. Let me pause it a second, see what's going on around the back. So we got 2 units there. Okay, we just weakened that one. This is good. That retinue got an absolute beating as well. You guys just turn on that one. I'm going to actually tell them we're going to break rank here and just full push with that. And we're going to clash down the hill. Just because we've got the high ground. And see if we can do some damage against that very heavy retinue there. I can't spend too much time watching, but it looks like it worked. And then the flurry of arrows should take the other ones out. Right, we're struggling over here, though. Archer's struggling big time here. So I'm going to turn these guys to focus fire on that. You guys push in on that. And then these guys, let's go you into there with a full sprint. You guys, you're going to just chase off the archers. And then I'm going to use these archers here to position and shoot on these. And then I'm just going to bring the retinue up. They seem to be turning back around, so that's fine. And I can chase the archers off. Look, they'll have to turn and face. And then I'm going to push back up with this. I'm going to get them to sprint. I know it's uphill, actually. We might need to focus that. Archers are where it's going to come in handy here, though. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. They had a lot. Full sprint into that one. How are you guys doing? You're doing pretty well, actually. They wiped out the 2 units. That squad just took an absolute beating from that volley. Holy crap. Good job. Right, let's get you over there. Let's go join in. You guys are going to turn and face on these now. You guys now turn and face on that. Archers, you shoot on that. You push in the back. Shield lock, take a defensive stance whilst these push you in the back here. And we should be able to completely take these. We've got loads of units left. I've got my 2 retinue here. Just chilling. What that did do was pull units that way. Probably not for the best, but that's fine. Let's get you on that. And let's turn you onto these as well. And then let's focus up. So we'll reline up. Just get a missile alert on all these guys as well. And then everyone just pelt these. And that is going to be game over. Once they've done with that, you can shoot on that. Goodbye. Turn and face on the next one. Retinue just chilling, didn't do anything. I misplaced my retinue there. I do feel like the hills should give you even more advantage. But again, that would be a little bit too strong on this map, I suppose. And the final one's going in. Boom. And there it is. The perfect victory, man. We're going to take a look at... Oh, this is going to be gorgeous on the settlement, isn't it? And there we have it. All right, so we passed just under 4,000 days. That's actually one of the smallest populations I've finished a game on. That was pretty cool. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I know a little bit shorter than normal, but it is a smaller map and I wanted to get through. So a couple of plans coming up. I want to do a challenge run, so the harder difficulty. So I'm going to give that one a bash, I think, next. And I got a couple of one-off thingies done. As always, really appreciate you. Thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe if you aren't. Also, check out Patreon and memberships on the channel. As always, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.